Hey, Silver and Black, get ready and gear up for game day just like your Las Vegas Raiders. Because no matter your game plan, Ford has the SUV to match. Call any play with the ability to choose between 3 different powertrain options, like the do-it-all gas-powered Bronco and Explorer, or the innovative all-electric Mustang Mach-E, and switch it up with a dual-threat Escape Hybrid. Ford SUVs, the only SUVs tough enough for Raider Nation. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Come to Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, California's #1 entertainment destination and the place for big wins. Every month, Yamava gives away luxury cars and exclusive prizes. Play at over 7,200 slots, the most in the West, and catch top-tier entertainment acts. Only at Yamava Resort and Casino, your California to Vegas connection. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Enter the Raiders pregame masquerade, a high-energy VIP tailgate with a twist. Enjoy Raiders game days with the mystique of a masquerade, the thrill of a carnival, and the rebellious spirit of a pirate adventure. Surprises are in store. Stimulating Vegas performers, themed games, in-demand musical acts and DJs, treasure hunts, special menus, and much more. Visit RaidersExperiences.com to book this exclusive game day experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be a legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
Welcome to the Silver and Black Studios.
All right, everybody ready?
Now, to dive deeper into today's matchup, here's your host, Tim Cates.
It's the Raiders and Chiefs on this Black Friday. Tim Cates inside the Silver and Black Studios. Raiders Game Day Live. The Las Vegas Raiders and Kansas City Chiefs. 2 AFC West rivals dating back to 1960 and the old AFL. Like the Broncos, the Raiders and Chiefs have met twice a year, every year, the last 64 years. Today, the 128th head-to-head meeting. The Chiefs lead the series with 71 wins. In fact, the last decade, Kansas City has had their way, winning 17 of the last 20 matchups. The Las Vegas Raiders, 2-9 overall. Antonio Pierce's team has lost 7 in a row. It's been a rough stretch for the Silver and Black, but Coach Pierce thankful this Thanksgiving weekend for his coaching staff and his players.
Their professionalism, coming to work every day, win, lose, or draw. It's hard to keep sitting there telling you all the positives when we're 2-9, but the reality is our guys come to work Monday, man, ready to go. They get in the weight room. They're on time. We're not dealing with a lot of BS and drama inside the building. And the ability to come to work and put their hat on every day with all the noise from the outside and the record, you'll think we're 9-2 sometimes. I wish you could go in the locker room and see how these guys act or in our meeting rooms, but heads are not down. Guys are not packing up the U-Haul. So I'm thankful for just our players being dialed in, buying into the culture, using that word process, understand the process, and being committed to what we're trying to do with this organization, and even this season, because it's not over with. We're going to try to win every game possible. And I'm thankful that, I'm sitting here as the head coach of the Raiders, and I got 200-plus people every day that come up to me with a smile and enjoy being a Raider and working for the Raiders. So I'm excited and thankful for that.
The Raiders offense hoping to get a jolt with the return of quarterback Aiden O'Connell. He's been on the IR after suffering a broken thumb. He takes over a Raiders offense averaging under 300 yards per game, dead last in running the football, and near the bottom in points per game. Coach Pierce.
Feel good about Aiden. He's been dialed in throughout this time that he's been on IR. He's been all the meetings. He's been very encouraging on the sideline. He's got that laser-eye focus right now. Great opportunity for him.
The Kansas City Chiefs, 10-1 on this season. Andy Reid's team coming off a 30-27 win at Carolina last Sunday. The Chiefs offense, top 10 in the NFL in scoring, averaging 24.5 points per game. Patrick Mahomes, 2,600 yards passing, 18 touchdowns. He's got weapons on the perimeter, including Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelce. Kareem Hunt, he's been good at the running back spot, but the Chiefs getting back Isaiah Pacheco today off the IR, where he's been since week 2 with a broken leg. Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, obviously, we're going to have to work him back to when he's ready and then get him when he gets in the field, not try to overdo it. I mean, he's going to have the energy. He's going to want to be on the football field. But I think it's good that we have a good room of running backs so that we can kind of not make him go out there and take 30 carries or whatever it is. We can just kind of let him be who he is and make those big plays happen and then bring him along as the season goes.
As good as the Chiefs' offense is, the Chiefs' defense, even better. Top 5 in the NFL in total defense, top 3 in rush defense, top 10 in allowing just 19 points per game. Raiders going to have their hands full, but the last time they were at Arrowhead Stadium a year ago, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll see if they can do it today on Black Friday. As we continue, we'll catch up with Raiders running back Amir Abdullah. It's the Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead Stadium. I'm Tim Casey. You're listening to Raiders football.
Through the years
Welcome your family and friends home with timeless Christmas music and carols on Hallmark Radio.
It's the most wonderful time.
A channel that fills the season of giving and gathering with sounds of warmth and good cheer.
You will get a settlement.
Along with dozens of other holiday channels and specials.
Sports Grid Radio on SiriusXM has you covered this NFL season.
Jameis Winston and the Cleveland Browns head to Denver to finish Week 13 of the NFL season. Can the Browns play spoiler again and beat another playoff contender in the AFC or cover the 7-point spread? We'll break it all down. Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio. Channel 159 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
It's the holidays, and SiriusXM's Dr. Radio is here to help with a healthy holiday survival guide. Enjoy your holiday meals without overdoing it.
Try and avoid indigestion, bloating, and reflux.
Managing you and your family's mental health.
Seasonal depression, relationship struggles, stress, and burnout.
The Healthy Holiday Survival Guide, all day Friday on SiriusXM's Dr. Radio, Channel 110, or listen on the SiriusXM app. Spread the word. Anyone can enjoy SiriusXM in the car during our Listen Free event, happening now through December 2nd.
College basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on SiriusXM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams in every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on SiriusXM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
If you want to win your fantasy football league, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
What a play!
From start-sit decisions to waiver wire advice to injury updates, SiriusXM Channel 87 helps you win your fantasy football league. With expert advice from Jeff Mans.
Making the most moves doesn't result in the most wins.
Howard Bender.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Jeff Ratcliffe.
Don't overvalue wide receiver, cornerback.
Bob Harris.
If you're in a league that doesn't have IR, go out and start looking to waiver wires for players who are about to be activated.
Adam Ronis.
Personally, I don't like trading for injured players because there's a risk of a setback.
And so much more.
You've done wonders for me through the years.
Winning strategies from the best analysts in the business are on Fantasy Sports Radio, Sirius XM 87, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Las Vegas fans, hear what Coach Pierce and the players have to say after each game on the Raiders channel, 816 on the SiriusXM app.
Back inside the Silver and Black Studios, Raiders Game Day Live continues as we lead you up to kickoff on this Black Friday. It's the Raiders and Chiefs from Kansas City coming up. We'll get you caught up on all the latest news and notes from the NFL. Jason and Lincoln will get you the keys to the game. But time now for the Raiders Players Spotlight. He's in his 10th season already in the NFL. His third season with the Silver and Black. Last week, 8 carries, 28 yards, 5 catches, 37 yards, and a touchdown. He is Raiders running back Amir Abdullah, and he joins us now. Amir, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. 10 years, Amir. You've been in the NFL for a decade now. It has flown by. I still remember you running the football at Nebraska. Does it really feel like 10 years you've been in the NFL?
It really doesn't. It really doesn't, man. It seems like I'm still learning so much, every single day, every single year is completely different. And I think that's what keeps it fresh for me. And, my teammates this year are some of the most special teammates I've had. So this year's been really fun. It's kind of brought a lot of youth into me.
Amir, certainly the season hasn't gone the way you guys had hoped at 2-9, but a lot of football still to be played. You mentioned it's a good group, a good locker room. What makes it such a good group through the adversity and through the losses?
I'll say just the continuity. Every guy, really cares about the guy to his left and his right, and that's what we play for. Like you said, the win tally isn't where we want it, but in a lot of games we've been right there. And we know why we haven't come on the winning side of a lot of things. And this team is a team that doesn't point the fingers. I've been on some other teams that also weren't the most winningest teams, but it was a lot of division. That happened early in the season, late in the season, where we were pointing the fingers and everything. And this team doesn't do that, man. Everyone just takes accountability and ownership of their own responsibility from the field, and that makes it a lot easier. It keeps the main thing the main thing.
Raiders running back Amir Abdullah, my guest, as we lead you up to kickoff from Kansas City. Raiders and the Chiefs. Last week, 8 carries, 28 yards. He had a touchdown catch on 5 receptions for 37 yards. Your production, your snap count has gone up the last couple of weeks. What's that meant to you to get more playing time here with the Raiders?
Yeah, I'm glad that my coaches trust me and my teammates trust me, and they're relying on me in this moment. Obviously, we got some guys who have been dinged up, has been down, and how this league is, man. It's next man up. I've been a starter in this league. I've been a backup in this league. I've been a rotational guy in this league. So I think I'm the perfect guy for the situation we're in right now. And it's funny how God kind of calls you to be in certain situations. And this is kind of storybook for me. So going into this week, I'm just looking forward to continue to build off the performances I've had the last couple of weeks.
You mentioned it. You've been around the league. You've played for different coaches and coordinators. The Raiders made a change at offensive coordinator a couple weeks ago during the bye week. What has that been like, Amir? Has there been a drastic change in philosophy and game calling? Has it been different at all for you guys on offense the last 2 games?
Well, it's hard to install a completely new offense mid-season, but definitely I would say it's been different, though. Just the way the game has been called, the way we try to get people involved. And in certain moments, we know who we want to lean on and who we want to exploit. And I think Scott Turner has done an excellent job stepping into the role, as offensive coordinator mid-season. Kind of has been a little frenzy a little bit, piecing some things together. So I think he's done an excellent job. I think he has a brilliant offensive mind.
Amir, final thing, this Chiefs team really good, especially at home. But the last time you guys played in Kansas City last season, you guys were able to beat them. What's it going to take for you guys to go in on this Black Friday and beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs?
We got to play sound football. And that's something that we've done in spurts, but we haven't done in totality throughout the extent of an entire game. And I think that's where our team has been leaning on this week in terms of our mindset. Is just play a complete game, clean game, a mentally secure game, and execute at the highest level that we can.
Well, Amir, I appreciate a couple of minutes. Best of luck against the Chiefs. Most importantly, stay healthy the rest of this 2024 season. Thanks so much for the time.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Raiders running back Amir Abdullah. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll get you caught up on what's happening around the NFL on this Black Friday, leading you up to Raiders and Chiefs from Kansas City. I'm Tim Cates. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raider Nation. There are no fans dedicated to their colors as you are to the silver and black. If you're painting inside, outside, or even your fan cave, use the brand trusted to protect and beautify Allegiant Stadium. Glidden interior and exterior paints are easy to use, affordable, and provide a great-looking finish. Oh, and they're available online and in local stores, starting at under $20. Use Glidden by PPG, the official paint of the Las Vegas Raiders. Just win, baby.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Phoenix Mesa, Arizona. One way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 12/7/2024 for travel between 12/21/2024 and 4/5/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
There's plenty of reasons to go to Vegas. The Strip, the stadium, the football games, high-speed races, the biggest names, neon lights, the biggest fights, bull riding, and endless nights. Custom jerseys, stolen bases, colored wigs, and painted faces. There's something to fan for from dusk till dawn, and the list goes on and on and on and on. We don't know what brings you here, but we do know this. When you go to Vegas, whatever you go for, go all out. Head to visitlasvegas.com to learn more.
Taste the authentic flavors of Hawaii with Kula Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's rich and smooth. With every sip, you'll discover the spirit of aloha. It isn't just rum, it's Kula Rum. Award-winning, distinctly different, and uniquely Hawaiian. Kula Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Must be at least 21. Please drink responsibly.
Tim Cate back inside the Silver and Black Studios. Raiders Game Day Live continues as we lead up to kickoff on this Black Friday from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs. We now have 3 openings in the National Football League for head coaching jobs. That's because today the Chicago Bears fired head coach Matt Eberflus a day after the Bears lost to the Lions on Thanksgiving. The Bears 4-8 on this season. They've dropped 6 in a row. Thomas Brown takes over as interim head coach the rest of the season. He was the interim offensive coordinator already after the Bears fired OC Shane Waldron 3 weeks ago. Detroit Lions, best team in the NFC. They have lost linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. Week 13 of the NFL will continue on Sunday with more games after 3 yesterday. This Black Friday game with the Raiders and Chiefs. College football this Friday. Top 25 action. 2 games underway. Fourth quarter in Boise. Number 11 Boise State leads Oregon State 27-18. Ashton Jeanty, one of the front runners for the Heisman Trophy, along with Travis Hunter of Colorado. Jeanty, 29 carries, 185 yards, and a touchdown. Speaking of Travis Hunter and the Buffs, number 25 Colorado shutting out Oklahoma State 38-0 through 3 quarters in Boulder. Shedeur Sanders, 30-36, 368 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, one of them to Travis Hunter. So you're caught up on what's happening. When we come back, we'll head back out to Arrowhead Stadium. Jason and Lincoln with the keys to the game as we lead you up to kickoff. Raiders and Chiefs. I'm Tim Cate. You're listening to Raiders Football.
Touchdown Raiders! Raiders fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SiriusXM app. Just search Las Vegas Raiders on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Raiders content, including coach and player press conferences, special team-specific shows, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SiriusXM app. Download it and search Las Vegas Raiders today.
Give back this holiday season and join the fight against hunger with SiriusXM and Why Hunger's annual donation drive. Bid or simply donate. Go to SiriusXM.com.
To making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips that you plan in advance, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends for which you make a group chat 3 months before so that nobody or anything is missing? Or your daughter's first birthday party. You planned it with such dedication that instead of the first, it felt like our 15s. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Raiders are on the far sideline. Sunshine hanging over. All of the clouds on the overhang put shadows on the field here at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. The Chiefs starting offense being introduced to the crowd. Taylor Swift is in attendance, and more importantly, so too is Lincoln Kennedy. Jason Horowitz, Lincoln Kennedy, happy to have you back with us, Raiders and the Chiefs. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and the Raiders are trying to snap a 7-game skid. Link, let's get this week's Keys to the Game brought to you by Raiders Sports Water. Hydrate with a superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Show your Raider Nation pride. Get your Raiders Sports Water today. Available at your favorite retailer. Since the Chiefs are now introducing Patrick Mahomes, why don't you give us the Raiders defense first?
Defensively, you've got to find a way to get Patrick Mahomes to look down at the rush rather than looking down the field. Understanding that he's incredibly impressive in improvising, running out the pocket as he's about to cross the line of scrimmage or before he crosses the line of scrimmage, tips the ball or flips the ball to one of his receivers. So you've got to be mindful of that. But it's important to get pressure on him because when Patrick is harassed, and it's rare, it's hard for him to be effective.
Yeah, we was sacked just one time back in Week 8, but the Raiders did force that turnover in the ball game. They got it into the red zone, weren't able to do anything with it. All right, how about the other side? Aiden O'Connell is back. What do you want to see out of the Raiders offense today against the Chiefs D?
I know I've said this before, but the Raiders have to play a near-perfect game. Limit the amount of turnovers, obviously, but more importantly, limit the amount of penalties. You cannot go backwards. You got to stay ahead of the chains because you got to be efficient. I've seen Andy Reid put together a game plan against the Raiders where he was playing keep away from the Raiders offense. There's a time where, and it's always an age-old thing when you talk about how to play the Chiefs in such a potent offense, keep the ball away from them. Easier said than done.
You and I have been in this building together twice. They have been two very different but very entertaining games. 2 years ago, a Monday night earlier in the year, Raiders jumped out to a 17-0 lead, had a touchdown to Devontae Adams late in the fourth quarter, went for 2, didn't get it, lost by 1. Then last year, holiday game, Christmas Day, whole country watching and then listening. And the Raiders shocked the NFL by coming into this building with back-to-back defensive touchdowns to beat. We'll find out with the opening kickoff coming up. On the other side, it is the Raiders and the Chiefs. When we come back, you're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by the Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Experience world-class gaming at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Must be 21 and over to enter. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. Sports Water, the official water of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Karma Automotive, the official luxury EV vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Kaloa Rum Company. Taste the spirit of aloha. Kaloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly.
Go on. Get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on. Get a little out there. Start planning your trip at TravelNevada.com.
Enter the Raiders pregame masquerade, a high-energy VIP tailgate with a twist. Enjoy Raiders game days with the mystique of a masquerade, the thrill of a carnival, and the rebellious spirit of a pirate adventure. Surprises are in store, stimulating Vegas performers, themed games, in-demand musical acts and DJs, treasure hunts, special menus, and much more. Visit RaidersExperiences.com to book this exclusive game day experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24. Ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats taken. Must be legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Las Vegas Raiders football.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
We're ready to rock here in Kansas City. Jason Horowitz, Lincoln Kennedy, our entire crew. Happy to have you with us here. A second straight holiday standalone game for the Raiders and the Chiefs in this building. The smoke from the fireworks starting to clear off in the end zones, and the captains get set to meet right at midfield. Clay Martin today, our referee. We go downstairs for the opening coin toss.
Good afternoon, captains, and happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to Week 13. It's an honor for us to be here and work for you today. This is our coin, heads and tails. Heads and tails. It's your call.
Tails.
Tails. Tails is the call. It's tails. They're going to defer. You want the ball. Which way are you going to kick? Stay exactly where you're at. Raiders have won the toss and will defer. The Chiefs will receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
And Clay Martin and his crew wearing the longer sleeves. They are cold. It is brisk. This is really like the only cold weather game we're in all year.
Yeah.
Because the remaining two road games for the Raiders this year in Tampa in December and then indoors in New Orleans right before the new year. So this is it. This is it. It is 30 degrees. There are beanies and warm wool hats all over the stadium. And, you know, last year when we were here, Link, there were pockets of empty seats in the upper deck all around. That is not the case today. It is jammed in here for this rivalry.
After the holiday, last year was a holiday too, but, you know, after a holiday, the Chiefs are on a run, and they're playing the Raiders. You better believe every Chief fan wants to be out here.
Yeah, no question about it. Question is, will our car still be in one shape? We parked behind a tailgater.
Well,
I don't think he liked how close we were to his grill, though.
Well, I mean, it's okay. You were taken away from his that little flat top grill that he had. But the thing is, the rental car doesn't say anything about the Raiders. So I think
that's a great point. That's a great point. It does smell really badly like cigarette smoke, though, and that is not from either of us.
True story.
All right, so Raiders won the toss, elected to defer. Daniel Carlson off of 4 field goals last week. Set for the opening kickoff, brought to you by Modelo. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Kansas City will receive in the end zone to our right. Samaje Perine, McCole Hardman are back deep. Hardman, a dangerous punt returner. Carlson, there's not much wind to speak of today. Again, cold, but it is sunny. Unlike last night in Green Bay where it was freezing and there were snow flurries. Different story here. The field, though, may be a little bit of a problem. Like they were talking about it this week. They've had a ton of rain. The Colorado Buffaloes, Kansas Jayhawks game was on the field. You still kind of see the markings of the Big 12 logo on each of the 25-yard lines on the opposing sidelines.
The field is still in pretty good shape, especially this late in the season for how much wear and tear this field gets.
Yeah.
I've come here and there's just been pockets of dirt, and they've been finding a way to make this manageable situation with the field the way it is.
Yeah. End zones are pretty muddy in the corners and choppy, but the rest of the field in the middle looking pretty good. So Carlson had it teed up, and it just came off the tee.
Somebody should let him know before he started keeping walking back.
Yeah, he didn't see it. His back was turned around. Now, remember, a couple of things here. We have not really experienced this year that has happened around the league. With the new NFL dynamic kickoff, if that happens a second time, you are legally allowed to bring a 12th player onto the field to hold the ball. And then that player has to run off the sidelines as soon as the kicker kicks it. That's new this year. The ball's still on the tee. It's still there. Carlson approaches, right leg into it, and we are underway as Perine racing over to his right, fields it on the 5, out on the run at the 10, down the far sideline 20, and he's tripped up falling forward by Dylan Laube across the 25 at the 27-yard line, which is where Patrick Mahomes will take over. Link, 237 career touchdown passes. He is tied with Len Dawson for the franchise record. And, of course, he is only 29 years old in his 8th season. His next one will break a record. And if Travis Kelce has a touchdown grab today, that will also break the Chiefs' franchise record for most receiving touchdowns in a career. Kareem Hunt starts as the tailback. They run through the right side, and the Raiders are back there at the 25-yard line. Adam Butler continuing a solid season in his 8th year out of Vanderbilt, dropped him back for a loss of 2.
Good play. Kareem Hunt comes through, and good penetration by Adam Butler, getting into the backfield. And as you mentioned, he's playing very well this season.
He's in the starting lineup with Jenkins, Max Crosby, Tyree Wilson, Robert Spillane, Diablo. Raiders again without Nate Hobbs and Jacorian Bennett, who they placed this week on IR. Who's having a great year in his 2nd year out of Maryland. So it's DeCamerion Richardson, Jack Jones, and Darnay Holmes. Mahomes through a near side. It's got Worthy at the 35, and he tiptoes across the first down marker. Is out of bounds on the near sideline at the 40. He picked up 15. He had a lot of space from his speedy rookie DeCamerion Richardson, and it's a first down.
And that's the great combination routes that the Chiefs run so well. Travis Kelce had 2 defenders around him, and you see the wide open Xavier Worthy come open on the outside and able to get the ball.
And remember, Kelce had 10 catches in Vegas and a touchdown back in Week 8. Mahomes on first down, shotgun, 5-step drop, settles, taking a shot deep down the field, looking for Watson near sideline, incomplete. Broken up at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Richardson with solid coverage on Justin Watson. It was a route that was a deep corner link, and he was step for step on the 40-yard pass.
Patrick Mahomes was trying to throw him open, the only place he could. Sometimes he likes to go and chase a back shoulder throw with these types of throws, but he had to put that one up and over to try to give his receiver a chance.
Tyree Wilson lined up over Travis Kelce on the left side of the line. Wilson has sacks in 3 of the last 4 games. 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs, a little bit more than a minute into this ball game. A handoff to Kareem Hunt, trying the left side, and he's pulled back down from behind. Adam Butler, along with Jonah Laulu, the rookie out of Oklahoma Link, has been getting a lot more time, playing well. It was a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Chiefs on their opening drive.
I really like the way Adam Butler has been playing, as I mentioned earlier. He's what I call a block eater. Those defensive tackles have a responsibility to try to tie up as many offensive linemen as they can to allow guys like Tyree Wilson and Max Crosby get to the quarterback, but this is their NASCAR package. They want to try to be able to get to Patrick quickly.
And they have 6 lined up across the line. Travis Kelce on the left side, DeAndre Hopkins on the slot to the right. Look like early movement. There's a flag. Mahomes has the snap. He's pointing. He's throwing down the field. He's got Kelce, and he's got a first down at the Raiders' 45 between the hash marks. He floated it down the middle in front of Trayvon Merrick. He made the grab with the flag down. It looked like it was going to be a free play for offsides, and they picked up 13.
That's exactly right. That's the chemistry that Kelce and Mahomes have with one another. You give him that much time, number 15.
Defense number 44. Penalties decline. First down.
You give 15 that much time in the pocket, he's going to find one of those receivers. He found Kelce. And the Raiders did bring a blitz, so they had man coverage.
Well, Mahomes started the year with a ton of interceptions. He had 9 in the first 7 games. But the last 4 games, he's got 10 touchdowns and 2 picks, and both of those were against the Bills. It's an I formation for the Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco in the ball game for the first time since week 2. He has the handoff. He's bouncing off the left side, and he's down to the 41-yard line. Couple of Raiders combining on the tackle. He picked up 4, and link for Pacheco in his 3rd year out of Rutgers. He broke his fibula in week 2. He had ankle ligament damage. They brought him up off IR. He is such a powerful running back, and they are happy to have him back.
They love him. They love him here in Kansas City, and he's a really good back that doesn't make a lot of cuts. He's downhill quickly. That makes him so good.
2nd down and 6 at the Raiders' 41. 12:20 to go in the opening quarter. Mahomes brings Worthy into the backfield like a running back. He fakes the toss. He throws it inside Kareem Hunt. Diablo read it, but Hunt with the momentum carries him down to the 35. He picked up 5. It's short of the marker. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Chiefs. Again, stutter step link. He looks like he's going to pitch it out to Worthy, and then a shuttle pass through the middle to Kareem Hunt.
They've run that play with Travis Kelce normally in that position, a little shovel pass. They're trying to get Kareem Hunt involved because he's a powerful runner.
They bring in 2 running backs. Carson Steele, who's lined up to the right side like a tight end, and then Pacheco in the backfield like a pistol formation. Now Kelce and Steele come back. It's a diamond. They hand off Mahomes to Pacheco. He's hit right in the hole, but Spillane met him, and he carried him forward, linked to the first down. Hard hit by the linebacker, but Spillane not enough momentum to get him backwards, and he picked up 2 for a first down.
Yeah, it's really hard to bring him down. He's used to falling forward, so they did pick up enough yards for the first down. The Raiders' run defense has been playing pretty stout so far in this drive.
Now, the Raiders' run defense the last few weeks has been a lot better. They've given up 85 yards or less in 3 of the last 4 games on the ground. Pacheco stays in. Fresh set of downs. Anthony Ferkser, a tight end, in motion to the right, now back over to the left. Mahomes with some play action. He settles. He's looking out to the right. It's thrown, and it's broken up at the 30-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver. Thomas Harper might have gotten there just before the ball did as he tried to tackle Kelsey. No flag, incomplete.
Yeah, he got away with one there, but good fortunate for the Raiders. You hear the crowd's reaction in the background. They wanted a flag as they looked at the replay.
And again, this is a young secondary. Richardson and Harper, both rookies. Jack Jones, remember, he's still only in his third year, and he's the veteran of the cornerback group. You hear Mahomes changing up the play on 2nd and 10. Pacheco off his right, back to throw, pressure up the middle, lobs down the far sideline, 1-for-1. Oh, one-handed effort and incomplete. There is a flag down back at the 15-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. Good coverage by Jack Jones, but it might have been too handsy.
Yeah, they're going to give Raiders pass interference. Spot foul gives them automatic first down.
Pass interference. Defense number 18. It's a spot foul. Automatic first down.
The lob pass down the far sideline. Did you think Jones had his hands on him too much?
Yes. He was riding him all the way down. I saw it from up here, and he was being a little bit handsy, but he did try to turn around, look for the ball. No, I take that back. He didn't. He was riding. He was looking at DeAndre Hopkins
the whole time.
That's why they flagged him.
Remember, Hopkins was traded to the Chiefs right before the Raiders played Kansas City back in Week 8. He has been the main target along with Travis Kelce. He has settled in nicely here. He split out far to the right. 1st and 10, the ball on the Raiders 13. Mahomes, 3-step drop over the middle. He has Kelce at the 10, and he takes Polamalu with him for a ride down to the 7. He picked up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Travis Kelce with his second grab of this opening drive for 20 yards. And Patrick Mahomes, 4-6 for 39 here on the opening drive for the Chiefs, which is about to have their 12th play of the drive.
Mahomes read the blitz coming from the Raiders, and his hot route was going to Kelce underneath on the slant. And that's the part of their chemistry.
Stays in the gun. Kareem Hunt, the tailback. 3 receivers bunched all the way just inside the numbers to the left side, including Juju Smith-Schuster. There's Mahomes with the snap. He's looking left. He's pressured. He circles. He rolls out to the right. He's trying to find Hunt. He throws it away. The running back was out the 10-yard line on the far sideline, and Divine Diablo was right there. Mahomes was being chased by Adam Butler. Nice pressure getting him to get to the outside spot, and it'll be 3rd down and 4.
That's the key. Just like on that last play, you saw Adam Butler chasing Patrick Mahomes. He had to look down at Butler to avoid him, then get his eyes back downfield, try to make it happen. Errant throw.
10-13 to go, opening quarter. Ball on the Raiders' 7-yard line. Drive started back for Kansas City on their own 27. 3 receivers to the left. Kelce slot in the middle. Samaje Perine, the tailback. He was on the right of Mahomes. Now he shifts off his left hip. Down to 5 on the play clock. Mahomes sends Perine out in motion. Snap, throw, slant for Hopkins. It's batted up in the air and broken up at the 4. Jack Jones with great coverage. His 10th pass breakup of the season. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Chiefs, who will bring on another new kicker, Matthew Wright, called up this week from the practice squad because Spencer Schrader hurt his hamstring in the win against Carolina last week, where he kicked 3 for 3. And of course, Harrison Butker has been the guy for so long, but he's on IR. So Matthew Wright, Link, who has kicked field goals for 4 different franchises, set to try his first of the year. It'll be a 25-yarder set up from the right hash mark. There's the snap. It is put down. The kick is up, and it floats right through the uprights. Now, you'd love to get an opening drive stop, but you will take that as a win if you were the Raiders. Absolutely. Every time they get in the red zone, if you give up just 3 to Mahomes, you'll take that as a win. Chiefs 3, Raiders nothing. 10:06 to go in the first quarter. Timeout on the field. You're listening to Raiders football.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness. After all, there's only one Marcus Allen, only one Howie Long, and one Cliff Branch. There's only one Lombardi Trophy, only one case of Super Bowl rings, and only one Hall of Fame gallery that houses the bronze bust of each Hall of Famer. And they all live in one place, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where one look at greatness lives forever. Ignite the passion, relive the glory. Book your visit now at ProFootballHOF.com.
Hey everyone, it's your friend John Mayer here. Genres aren't rock or pop or hip-hop. They're real genres of life. They're like Mondays, dinner with family, songs I remember from junior high. And that's what you're going to get on Life with John Mayer. It's my music, it's everyone else's music. It's singing in the shower and a quiet night at home. Come along with me as I play music that fits the moments of your life as they happen. On now, Channel 14, and on the SiriusXM app.
The fantasy football playoffs are coming, and if you want to win, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
You should be watching who the other teams are cutting this week. There's going to be some good players.
We're here to help you overcome bye weeks, poor performance, and injuries.
You've got to have the depth. You cannot sleep on your weakest link.
You need our team of fantasy football experts now more than ever.
Some tips for late season waiver advice. Make sure you have some money for those final playoff games.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcast.
First quarter of Raiders football presented by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. 10:06 to go, opening quarter. Chiefs 3, Raiders nothing. A 13-play, 66-yard drive. Took almost 5 minutes off the clock. But again, obviously you want to stop everyone from scoring every time, but you hold them to a field goal every time. That's a win.
That is a win. And you got to try to translate and put sevens up on the board and not go 3 for 3. So if I'm the Chiefs, I'm kicking this ball deep. Going to make the challenge this Raiders offense to show me you can move it.
Matthew Wright's kickoff does go 5 yards deep in the middle of the end zone. Dylan Lobby has to backtrack to take a knee, and he does just that. So out to the 30. For Aiden O'Connell, he is 39 days removed from breaking the thumb on his throwing hand against the Rams. Came off of IR this week, started in practice, said he doesn't feel 100%. But here he goes, back in as the starter as Gardner Minshew was on IR with a collarbone break. And so he's got what I think this is a positive, though, the same starting lineup on the offensive line for a third straight week for the first time all year.
They've been playing better over the last couple of weeks. I've noticed a better communication and better execution overall. Now they just got to stop with the bonehead penalties.
Raiders have 3 to the left side as O'Connell's under center. Brock Bowers with his hand in the dirt on the right side. Motion for Trey Tucker left to right. First down, O'Connell's throwing play action. He's rolling out to his right, looking downfield. Open man at the 35. It's caught, and Jacoby Myers is driven out of bounds by Brian Cook. Came up from his safety spot, but they got him out of the pocket. Link, he rolled out for a 5-yard gain on first down.
Very impressive start. And then obviously the Chiefs are playing for the run, so the play action was effective. He had a couple of options. Was a DJ Turner and decided to go to Jacoby underneath for 5 yards.
That starting offensive line with Colton Miller, Jordan Merritt is at left guard, starting for a 6th straight game. Rookie Jackson Powers Johnson at center, Dylan Parham at right guard, and DJ Glaze now in his 8th straight start at right tackle. And of course, Brock Bowers having a whale of a season, 74 catches coming into this ballgame. Shotgun on 2nd and 6. It's a run play up the middle to Amir Abdullah. Cuts through the hole on the left side and carries defenders out to the 40. He's got enough for a first down. Chris Jones, Link, was the guy he was carrying, the all-pro defensive tackle, but he carried it out for 6 yards and a first down.
One of the things I've noticed the Raiders offensive line, their front 5 have done better, is block the box. And it's more man blocking, not zone blocking. It's man on man. Been able to sustain and give their running backs an opportunity.
Remember, back in week 8, the Raiders had just 33 yards rushing against the Chiefs. They only have 228 yards of offense the whole game. Abdullah stays in as a tailback. No Zamir White or Alexander Madison, both out today for a 2nd straight week. Shotgun, 2 tight ends. O'Connell comes up throwing an out route. It's low, but it's caught at the 44-yard line. He threw it out to the numbers on the right side. Drew Tranquil, one of the linebackers, was in coverage, so a tough, short pass, but he threw it dart. And in the only spot where Myers could grab it. And, Link, Jacoby's coming off a massive game last week against Denver. 10 catches, 121 yards, the second most of his career. He's really shined here without Devontae Adams as the go-to guy with Brock Bowers.
Well, it's also a good sign for the Raiders because you're not only developing Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer, but it's good to have good young receivers like Myers that are capable of contributing.
He turned 28 years old 3 weeks ago. 2nd down and 6. It's a running play to the right side. Abdullah got ahead of steam. He's upended, and the ball's on the turf. The ball is on the turf, but they come in and say he's down. They come in and say he was spotted down at the 47 before the ball came out.
Oh, no!
And on top of it, Link, there's a flag thrown from behind the line of scrimmage.
Guess who it's on?
When you say that, I'm going to guess Jackson Powers Johnson.
That is exactly right.
Offense number 58. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
There's been so many positives for the 2nd-round pick out of Oregon. Started this year at left guard. When he finally got healthy, has move to center. But the negatives, though, Link, the penalties every week, those are in the flow of the game.
Yeah.
It's the ones after the play that have been problematic.
Because the offense has had some issues of keeping any type of rhythm, those negative plays put you behind the 8-ball. And look how far they're backed up on second down. The crowd's going to get more into it. It makes it that much more difficult. I don't mind JPJ's tenacity, but he has to do it between the whistles, and you cannot throw guys down. They're going to call it every time.
So it's 2nd and 16. Raiders back on their own 34. Middle point of the first quarter, down 3-0. O'Connell the shotgun, looking left. Clean pocket. Now it collapses. He rolls. He's looking. He's pointing. He's throwing it. It's incomplete. Another short pass. Brock Bowers, the intended receiver, at the 37-yard line. Drew Tranquil came in to knock it away, and it'll be 3rd and forever for Aiden O'Connell.
Oh, well, Tranquil was laced all over Brock's back. Came over the top, had his right arm around thought a hook. I thought it could have came out of flag, but they didn't throw it.
Actually, that was Michael Merlink, the intended receiver. He called that wrong. But either way, it was a short pass again. We haven't seen O'Connell have an opportunity yet to throw one down the field. And now we're going to see if they do that here or if they play it safe. On 3rd and 16. Crowd into it. Empty set. O'Connell's got the snap. Chiefs bring just 4. Good protection. Throws a short pass out to the 35. It's caught by Bowers. Gets out to the 40 on the far sideline and nothing farther. He picked up 6. Connor and Nazeeh Johnson combined on the tackle. But the Raiders are going to have to punt it away because of that penalty.
Penalty, like I said, always a momentum killer. Good protection by the line that time. Gave Aiden a chance to survey the field as he went through half his progression, just decided to take the check down. Usually when a quarterback does that, it's with the understanding you're probably going to go 4 down territory, but you can't do it on this side of the field.
So A.J. Cole, who this year has 13 kicks of 60 yards or more, second most in the NFL. He could boom this one 58 yards. It would be perfect. It's a line drive angling towards the far sideline. Hardman lets it bounce, does it to 5. It goes to the left and out of bounds. Right on cue, out at the 1. It goes for 58 yards.
Great punt, but it's going to come back. There's a penalty in the backfield, and I think it's holding on the Raiders. If I'm Andy Reid, I make them punt this ball again.
Well, if it is on the Raiders, that's an obvious. You don't want to take it at the 1-yard line.
Kick. Holding. Receiving team number 53.
That's wrong.
Penalty is half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. First down.
Link, that bounced at the 5 and bounced like it was going to go into the end zone and immediately hooked left. He is the best in the business, and he's got the Chiefs backed up inside their 1. We'll step aside. Kansas City 3, Las Vegas nothing. 6:40 to go, first quarter. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
How powerful is Cox Fiber?
Powerful enough to stream all my live sports actually live?
Yep.
Powerful enough to share my screen more smoothly?
You got it.
Powerful enough to keep my games online and my squad on top?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speed Q2016 to Q1 2024.
Taste the authentic flavors of Hawaii with Kula Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's rich and smooth. With every sip, you'll discover the spirit of aloha. It isn't just rum, it's Kula Rum. Award-winning, distinctly different, and uniquely Hawaiian. Kula Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Must be at least 21. Please drink responsibly.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Phoenix Mesa, Arizona. One way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 12/7/2024 for travel between 12/21/2024 and 4/5/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
No, happy to have you back with us here at Arrowhead Stadium along with Lincoln Kennedy, Jason Horowitz. So a couple of things just happened while you were away, and if you were, by the way, listening to us while also watching on Amazon Prime today, you didn't see this either because TV went to break and they continued play on the field. The officials got the penalty wrong. Clay Martin had announced it was against the Chiefs. They were going to be backed up inside their one. But then after a conversation, the holding was actually against the Raiders, not against Kansas City. So they forced everyone back on the field like they repunted. And instead of a 60-yarder that put Kansas City back inside their one, A.J. Cole kind of shanked the line drive. It bounced around, and the Chiefs will have it on their 22 after a 48-yard punt.
Yeah, I think A.J. really wanted to try to get his foot into that one. It looked like, as you mentioned, it was just a shank. Not as effective as the first punt. But, yeah, I wasn't necessarily surprised that the Raiders got the mark back and they re-kicked because I thought the holding penalty was on the Raiders. So I was surprised when they called it on the Chiefs.
Yeah, it was a strange scene here because, again, once TV takes the timeout, they are gone. Right. You never see play resume when TV is – TV doesn't care about us.
No, they don't care about us. No.
But they certainly usually never have plays happen while they are away, and that just happened. So we've got 6:29 to go. They're still in a second TV timeout, so we'll keep it right here, Link. Raiders trying to snap a 7-game skid, but a lot of the things that have just crushed this team throughout the year. The turnovers, right? They've had a turnover in every game and multiple turnovers in 5 of the last 7. But the penalty, something that Antonio Pierce had completely cleaned up last year when he took over for 9 games, been a different story this year, and it's been a problem so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The penalties are always going to kill you, and along with turnovers. Sometimes it could be even more of a slow pain for the penalties that come in effect. But as we saw in the Raiders' last drive, that holding backed them up, and they were never able to climb out of the hole. That's why they had to punt.
All right, so the Chiefs take over on their own 22-yard line, 23-yard line. They moved it up a yard. For their second drive of the ball game. Mahomes was 4 of 8 for 39 on the opening drive. Chiefs ran it 4 times for just 7 yards, and Mahomes starts as he almost always does in the shotgun. He's got Kareem Hunt to his right. Does have 5 rushing touchdowns on the year. He puts it in Hunt's belly, tries to hop to the right. Robert Spillane is right on top of him, and he drags him to the turf on the right side after just 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. And again, the Raiders' run defense the first 5-6 games of the year, Link, was really a struggle. They were towards the bottom of the league. That's different now 14th in the league, and giving up less than 85 yards a game on the ground in 3 of the last 4 games.
Yeah, the big thing about the Raiders' run defense is that the defensive tackles have been able to hold up at the spot, allow Spillane to be able to run around and be a free tackler.
Empty set for Mahomes. He has Kareem Hunt split out wide to the left. Kelsey's in the slot that way. Mahomes takes the snap. Raiders bring 4. He throws near side, wide open. Kelsey across the 30, stutters to the outside 35, and he's pushed out of bounds by Spillane here on the Chiefs bench at the 37. He picks up 12. And enough to move the sticks. Kelsey has been such a problem in Raiders history. 121 career receptions coming into this game for Kelsey, the most ever by any player against the Raiders in franchise history.
And Patrick Mahomes knows that when one of the receivers on the outside is going to clear out, Kelsey has an option route, and that time he just cuts it out outside. There were 2 Raider defenders there, but neither of them could bring him down to prevent the catch.
1st and 10 for Mahomes. 3-step drop, looks left, throws left. Smith-Schuster makes the catch. He squirts away from the tackle of Richardson, and he's cleaned up by Polamalu at the 47-yard line. It is close to the mark for a 1st down. They are going to move the chain, so a 10-yard completion to Juju Smith-Schuster. It was a low throw to his outside shoulder, and he went down to make the catch.
Now Patrick Graham, the defensive coordinator, has a decision to make. Do I light up and try to blitz to get the ball out of Patrick's hands earlier? And he has such good knowledge of the way the Raiders play defense. He's always effective with his reads.
They have 3 in the backfield. A handoff through the middle. Kareem Hunt, and he's right into the arms of Max Crosby, trying to rip it out of his belly. Could not do it, so it's 2 more yards for Hunt. It'll be 2nd down and 8 as we go inside of 4:45 to go opening quarter. Chiefs 3, Raiders nothing. You're on this special Black Friday game. Chiefs, last time they played on a Friday, Link, was 2005. That was because of a hurricane against the Dolphins. They played in 2005. Hurricane Wilma had affected that game, so it was moved. Raiders have played on the Friday after Thanksgiving a couple of times, but not since the 60s. Mahomes back to throw, pumps out to the right, throws to a wide-open Worthy, far sideline 47. Had his team, has the 1st down into Raiders territory, and finally shoved out of bounds. Jack Jones at the Raiders' 41-yard line. Mahomes pumped over the middle, Link, and Worthy just stopped right down the line of scrimmage, and he had a whole bunch of space to pick up a 1st down.
Meanwhile, there's a penalty flag on the field. I think it's going to be on the Raiders' defensive holding, which they'll decline.
Holding defense. That penalties decline. Result of the play is a first down.
For 10 more yards. So that the Chiefs have accepted 3 penalties on the Raiders. There have been 5 called on the Raiders, and at this point, none yet on Kansas City. So 1st and 10 for Kansas City. They're on the move again. Pacheco checks into the backfield. It's an I formation. He's behind the tight end, Ferkser. Mahomes is going to throw. Straight drop. Pressure. Late. Throws. Near side. He's got Kelce. Spillane stuck with him, and he brings him down at the 39-yard line. It's right there at the numbers. Link, there is also a flag down where Mahomes released the football back at midfield.
Yeah, I think this is going to be holding on the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's exactly what Clay Martin just told Antonio Pierce.
Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. Replay the down.
That is Trey Smith, the 4th-year right guard out of Tennessee, who has missed just 1 game in his career. It came against the Raiders on that Monday night 2 years ago here in this stadium. So the first called penalty against the Chiefs takes the ball back to their side of midfield. It's down on the right hash mark at the 49-yard line, and it's 1st and 20. Pacheco stays in the backfield as Kelce heads out to the slot on the left side, with Xavier Worthy just behind him off of his left shoulder. Mahomes going to throw. He's got time. He throws near side. Kelce's got it again. Gets away from the defender at 40. Near sideline 30. And tackled out of bounds by Thomas Harper at the 27-yard line. It goes for 24 yards, and Kelce is tearing apart this defense here in the opening quarter.
Just another option route. Worthy clears out the corner and the safety. Kelce runs an option route where he cuts to the outside. Patrick Mahomes is eyeballing him from the start of the play. Knows exactly where he wants to go with the football. Palomar couldn't keep his feet. It was an easy pitch to catch.
Yeah, he was there, but to your point, he was stumbling as Kelce caught the football. 4 grabs, 56 yards here in the opening quarter. Pacheco stays in as the lone tailback, and I think we got a full start here coming up against Kansas City.
False start. Offense number 17. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That is on McCole Hardman, who usually is in the game. Like he is someone who certainly, he's not thrown to a lot, but he does have 3 rushing attempts the last couple of weeks. You know, a guy who's been with the Chiefs organization a long time. His 6th year was with the Jets and brought back last year to Kansas City. They won the Super Bowl again. So he's got speed. He's a return man, but when he's on the field, you're always watching for the wide receiver run, but he is back on the sideline. Mahomes locked the throw. Pressure off the edge. He steps up into the pocket. Lobs down the field. Gray is open, and he overthrew him. Noah Gray had gotten behind Isaiah Polamau near the goal line. He was streaking towards the front left pylon, and Mahomes just overthrew him as he was on the run. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
The Raiders brought a double linebacker dog, which is a 6-man blitz. And the thing is that it's man coverage on the back end with a free safety in the hole. Patrick Mahomes is trying to go for the home run shot, overthrew his intended receiver.
Chiefs have 106 yards here in the opening quarter. So just 21 for the Raiders. Most of it has been through the air. Hunt into the backfield on the left side of Mahomes out of the gun. Hard count, gets the snap. Mahomes again, clean pocket, fires, far sideline, and he overshot Worthy at the 20. A deep out route. Xavier Worthy is rookie out of Texas, the intended receiver. He had space, but an uncharacteristic overthrow from Patrick Mahomes, and it'll be 3rd down and 15 on the Raiders' 32.
Yeah, you don't normally see that, and he was wide open. Worthy was wide open. You normally don't see balls sail from Patrick Mahomes like that. Just couldn't make the connection. If he did, Worthy might still be running.
Xavier Worthy has led the Chiefs this year, 6 touchdowns from scrimmage. He's got 2 on the ground, 4 through the air. He is in the slot to the right. Travis Kelce is out that side too.
This is where Patrick is so dangerous.
We got movement on both sides. Charles Snowden moved, so too did Wanye Morris.
Number 64.
And it's on Morris.
5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So the 3rd penalty on this drive for the Chiefs. And it kind of takes them out of field goal range at the moment, Link, because Matthew Wright, again, he's just off the practice squad. You don't really maybe know exactly what his distance is to this point.
Well, I believe this is 4-down territory for Andy Reid.
Even on 3rd and 20?
You get 10 yards back. As effective, they just converted a 2nd and 20 on this drive. What makes you think they can't go a 3rd? We're doing
Mahomes trying to set up. He's got Pirine out to the left, but Mahomes has to escape out to the right. Crosby giving chase, pushes him late. He throws. It's caught by Watson, but he's out of bounds on the far sideline. And Link, Max Crosby was close to being whistled for a late hit. He pushed Mahomes to the turf. They did not throw the flag right in front of Antonio Pierce. And the Chiefs are going to send on the punting unit instead of Matthew Wright. He would have been looking at a 55-yard field goal, and they're going to punt the ball instead.
Well, to your point, I saw the replay, and Max did have a step, but after the Patrick Mahomes got rid of the football, he still had a step to give before he shoved the quarterback.
So the Raiders, thanks to the Chiefs' procedural penalties, get a stop here as Matt Ariza is going to try and drop it deep inside the 5. DJ Turner waves his right arm. He makes the fair catch at the 8-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will take over after a 29-yard punt. Raiders get a defensive stop, brought to you by Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation. Made to chill. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. Chiefs 3, Raiders nothing. Timeout on the field. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Non-stop flights from Las Vegas to Phoenix Mesa, Arizona. One way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 12/7/2024 for travel between 12/21/2024 and 4/5/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Raiders football is brought to you by Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light. Coors Light. Choose chill. An official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. There's no better place to celebrate than the sports and entertainment capital of the world, right here in Las Vegas.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Tim Cates inside the Silver and Black Studios with a scoreboard update brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Well, off the field in the NFL on this Black Friday, the Chicago Bears have parted away with head coach Matt Eberflus. He was fired after a loss to the Lions yesterday and some questionable clock management at the end of that game. Bears 4-8 on the season. They've lost 6 in a row. Thomas Brown takes over as the interim head coach for the rest of this season. College football, number 25, Colorado shuts out Oklahoma State 52-0. Shedeur Sanders, 438 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. Travis Hunter, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Let's go back out on Jackson Lincoln, guys.
What a combination those two have been for Deion Sanders at Colorado. Tim, hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving here on this field where Colorado lost to Kansas last week. 2:23 to go in the first quarter. Raiders trailing the Chiefs 3-0. Got a defensive stop. Can they do anything with it? They're backed up on their own 8-yard line. Multiple tight ends, both lined up to the left. O'Connell in the gun, and he's got Amir Abdullah who was right. Sends Brock Bowers in motion out to the left. They run it that way with Abdullah going with the grain, and he cuts back towards the middle. Picks up a couple of yards on the left hash mark down at the 10. Leo Chenal and Tershawn Wharton were there in the middle of a defense link for Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator who's been doing this a long time, very successfully. That is number 3 in the NFL in rushing yards allowed. But between the Bills and the Panthers, they've given up their most points in each of the last 2 weeks this year.
You know, Chris Jones is not having the same type of impact that he's had, and that's part of it. You know, Nick Bolton's been a solid linebacker, but they've had some issues with some injuries in the secondary that have cost them dearly at times.
Yeah, Jalen Watson was the starting corner. He fractured his ankle against San Francisco in Week 7. They've gone with Najee Johnson as the starter since. Quick throw, caught by Jacoby at the 10. Gets a block out across the 15, and he's got the first down out to the 21-yard line. Brian Cook made the stop, but as Jacoby caught the ball link and angled back towards the middle, he picked up a great block to spring him for an extra 10. They pick up 11 and a first down.
It was a big right tackle, DJ Glaze, who came out and knocked the linebacker sideways. He talked about a big block that broke Jacoby out in the middle open to get that first down. Good job. Good execution.
So a fresh set of downs. They're away from the goal line. That's a big pickup there for O'Connell, who in his first start since week 7 is 4-5 for 25 yards. Myers has 3 of those catches for 18 yards. First down run to Abdullah. Stutters in the middle. He keeps his feet out across the 25. Good first down run. Justin Reed, the safety, makes the stop, but he picks up 5 yards on first down. Amir Abdullah, 3 carries, 14 yards. We talked about this last week. He's not a guy, Link, that has been getting heavy workloads the last 5-6 years because he's more of a receiving back. But he did a really nice job with that last week.
Recently, the last couple of weeks, he's been getting downhill in a hurry, and that's one of the reasons why I think this offensive line has had a more productive job at man blocking. All of the successful runs they've had so far today have been man block runs.
Down to 20 seconds left in the quarter. Second down and 4 for O'Connell, who's under center. It's another run up the gut. Abdullah tried to cut it to the left side, and he was hit immediately by Nick Bolton. And I think Abdullah saw him out of the corner of his eye because he tried to go back inside when he saw Bolton there, and he drove him to the turf after a pickup of 1, which will bring us
Nick Bolton
not yet
down
to the end of the quarter. The quarter is at 0. The clock is at 0, but Nick Bolton is still down on the turf. So Clay Martin does make the announcement. We are at the end of the first quarter, but the Chiefs training staff is out at the 27-yard line to look at their starting middle linebacker. So we'll step aside. Raiders trailing 3-0. We head to the second quarter. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
How powerful is Cox Fiber?
Powerful enough to stream all my live sports actually live?
Yep.
Powerful enough to share my screen more smoothly?
You got it.
Powerful enough to keep my games online and my squad on top?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speed Q2 2016 to Q1 2024.
Karma Automotive proudly serves as the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. As America's first and only ultra-luxury automaker, from our Cavea 1,000 horsepower Super Coupe to the Rivero, the extended range sedan, Karma blends supernatural innovation with American ingenuity. We are shaping the future of automotive aspiration. For assigned drivers only. Reserve your Karma at karmaautomotive.com.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Taste the authentic flavors of Hawaii with Kula Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's rich and smooth. With every sip, you'll discover the spirit of aloha. It isn't just rum, it's Kula Rum. Award-winning, distinctly different, and uniquely Hawaiian. Kula Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Must be at least 21. Please drink responsibly.
City, Raiders trailing the Chiefs 3-0 as we start the second quarter. And the Raiders huddling up to our right, facing a 3rd down and 3 from their own 28-yard line. Outgained 106-41 in the opening quarter. Just 9 offensive plays for Las Vegas in the first. And an opportunity here to pick up their first 3rd down of the ball game. Now O'Connell out of the shotgun to start this second quarter. 4-5 in the first for 25 yards. 2 receivers to the left. Brock Bowers slot to the right. Moves Myers far left. Here comes a blitz. He's looking to throw. Good protection. Taking a shot for Myers. It's caught at the Chiefs 40, and he backpedals his way to the 30-yard line. He beat Nazeeh Johnson off the ball, and O'Connell hit a big, deep shot for 43 yards.
Good job with the protection. Good job with the blitz pickup by the offensive line and Addison, the running back. The fact is that you had one-on-one coverage on the outside and the safety, a single high safety. It was smart for Aiden to take a shot. I was just wondering what was going to happen because that's the first time, Jason, that I've seen the Chiefs not play two deep safeties.
Link, Jacoby Myers has 4 of Aiden's 5 completions for 61 yards. That is a massive pickup. O'Connell's clapping. They break huddle late. There's 4 on the play clock. He gets the snap with 1. O'Connell's looking to throw on first down. Out to the left, near side, looking Myers again. What an adjustment at the 10, and he spins around out of bounds at the 5. Well, that's 24 more in front of Trent McDuffie. That was into double coverage, and somehow Jacoby made the grab.
Yeah, you're talking about a surprise throw because Jacoby made the adjustment, and we've seen the chemistry that Patrick Mahomes has with his receivers like Kelsey. It's obvious that Aiden O'Connell is developing that same type of chemistry with Jacoby Myers.
5 catches for Jacoby for 85 yards here in the first half. First and goal at the 5. They bring in Thayer Mumford as an extra offensive lineman. 2 tight ends, both with their hands on the ground on the right. O'Connell's under center. He hands it off to Abdullah, but before he does, we've got a false start on the Raiders.
False start. Offense number 89. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's on Brock Bowers. That is the 4th penalty on the Raiders here in the first half. And now Thayer Munford trots off the field. They will not have a 6th offensive lineman.
No, they will. You know, look, you get so antsy when you want to run the ball, power run the ball. I appreciate the fact they came up with 3 tight ends as well as take the ball from under center. But, again, another penalty backs you up, slows the momentum of this drive right now.
Maybe Brock just wanted a longer touchdown catch. He's to the left side of the line. Michael Mayer to the right side of the line. First and goal just inside the 10. End zone to our left. Play action out to the right. O'Connell throws it out to Bowers. Makes the grab at the 10. Trying to get the edge at the 5. And he's brought down out of bounds right there. Drew Tranquil was following Link as he started on the left side. And the play action drew Bowers down the line out to the right. Just didn't have enough room to get out there, but he picked up the 5.
Yeah, usually run that play to the wide side of the field. The Raiders decided to run the bootleg to the left side, the short side of the field. Not a whole lot of room for Brock Bowers once he broke the line of scrimmage, being chased by 2 Chiefs.
2 grabs for 12 yards for Bowers. Had the touchdown 2 weeks ago on the 13-catch day in Miami. Jacoby Myers split out wide right. Bowers now joins him on the right side of the field. 2nd and goal just inside the 5. 2 on the timer. They get the snap. It's a run up to Abdullah through the middle. He runs right into a brick wall at the 4-yard line and can't go any further. Mike Dana, in his 5th year out of Michigan, broke through between the left guard and the left tackle, and it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 4.
Just when I say that Chris Jones is having a little off year, he makes a big play that time, gets some push, man blocking, but they overloaded the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs did. There was no hole to run through.
And that's what forced Abdullah to cut back to the left side, which is where Dana was. So where are we going? 3rd down and goal. Raiders trailing 3-0. Trying to punch this one in to take the lead here in Kansas City.
I was going to say they're on a double team Brock Bowers up the top.
And they are. Yep. They are absolutely doing that. 3 receivers down to the bottom of the screen. O'Connell steps into the pocket, escapes the pressure, eyes downfield, and he's sacked from behind at the 9-yard line. And it is Chris Jones. O'Connell did a nice job to climb the pocket and escape the pressure, but Link, instead of taking off to the end zone, he angled towards the near side trying to throw it, and he was tracked down from behind for a loss of 4.
Well, he's trying to make a big play, and obviously he saw a Chief defender right in front of him, so he's trying to improvise. Didn't realize that Chris Jones was chasing him down from the backside. The big man can move too.
So they will bring on Daniel Carlson, who last week hit 4 of 4. He has hit 17 straight field goals back into week 4. His field goal attempt presented by Smiths, fresh for everyone. A 27-yarder just inside the left hash mark. Good snap, solid hold, kick is up, and we are tied. Carlson good again, his 18th consecutive make. And with 11:03 to go here in the half, we are tied at 3. Raiders 3, Chiefs 3, timeout on the field. You're listening to Raiders football.
Hey, this is Ken Schrader.
And Kenny Wallace, inviting you to listen to our podcast, Herman Schrader, every week on Dirty Mo Media and SiriusXM.
We'll chime in on what's going on in NASCAR today, rehash stories from our racing careers,
and talk about things that have always been between us. Until now, we're always honest.
And sometimes truthful. But we're warning you, we're playing by nobody's rules.
Listen on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The UEFA Champions League is back on SiriusXM FC, and this year it's bigger than ever.
Absolutely ridiculous from Real Madrid. Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Now with more matches featuring soccer's most iconic clubs as they battle it out for European supremacy.
What a start for Inter! Haaland scores the hat-trick!
From the league phase to the final, the Champions League is on SiriusXM FC 157 and the all-new SiriusXM app.
I'm Mariah Carey.
This holiday season, the Queen of Christmas takes over SiriusXM Holly. $79 or at home with a SiriusXM app.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness. After all, there's only one Marcus Allen, only one Howie Long, and one Cliff Branch. There's only one Lombardi Trophy, only one case of Super Bowl rings, and only one Hall of Fame gallery that houses the bronze bust of each Hall of Famer. And they all live in one place, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where one look at greatness lives forever. Ignite the passion, relive the glory. Book your visit now at profootballhof.com.
11:03 to go, second quarter. We're tied at 3. Raiders scoring drive brought to you by Sports Water. Hydrate with a superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Show your Raider Nation pride. Get your Raiders Sports Water today. Available at your favorite retailer. 10 plays, 83 yards. Lengthy takes 6:20 off the clock between the first and second quarters. Carlson's 27-yard field goal, the capper. A couple of key plays back-to-back to Jacoby Myers, one for 43 and one for 24 yards from O'Connell.
Both even stats, which is one of the things that you couldn't really ask for more if you're the Raiders. Obviously, you wouldn't want the lead, but being pretty even with the defending champs is a good job so far.
Yeah, no question. And you know, the ball's off the tee here, so Carlson will walk and re-tee this. You know, the question mark for Aiden O'Connell, he hasn't played since week 7. His thumb's not 100%. It's just 5 weeks since breaking your thumb on your throwing hand.
Right.
So how do you play? And so far, the answer is really well.
Well, so far, yeah, it is really well. And then that Jacoby Myers long pass, he had to actually slow down to come back for the ball. So we see that he doesn't have total control of it just yet. But so far, so good.
Carlson gets the boot into it right to left. It's short of the goal line. Hardman coming out right through the middle of the field. Out across the 15, angling to the left 20. And there the Raiders are to bring him down. Eichenberg with the initial hit. And then his teammates corral outside the numbers. So they stop him shy of the 25-yard line. Good job by the special teams. And Mahomes will take over Link on his own 24-yard line off of a drive for Kansas City that got inside the 25, but off of back-to-back penalties, they decided to punt instead of a 55-yard field goal attempt. So uncharacteristic drive for Kansas City on their last try.
And you also know Patrick Mahomes wants to redeem himself from that last drive because there was a couple errant throws that might have changed the outcome of that drive.
Pacheco into the ball game as the lone tailback. He gets the handoff to the right side, and Max Crosby wraps him up inside the 20. He broke right through, and as soon as Pacheco got the handoff, Crosby had his arms wrapped around his shoulders for a loss of 5.
Jawan Taylor just threw a big whiff block on Max Crosby. He ran inside of him so quick, he couldn't even, number 74 couldn't even react.
Last week, Crosby 3 tackles for a loss. Became the 4th player since 2000 to have 100 career tackles for loss in your first 6 years. He's now up to 103 for his career, 3rd most among that group, only behind Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt. Mahomes pump fakes on 2nd and 15, dumps it near side. Pacheco on the run at the 15-near sideline, and he's wrapped up around the ankles. Amari Burney, the backup linebacker, made the stop, stuck with Pacheco out to the 24. So he got the lost yardage back. It'll be 3rd down and 10 as we hit the 10-minute mark to go second quarter.
Good, solid coverage by the secondary, especially the young secondary on the left side of the Chiefs, right side of the defense. Did a good job. Janoris Robinson was lucky he didn't get a penalty.
Yeah, by the way, we're starting to see Burney a little bit more. Just one play last week, but he was on the field for 13 defensive snaps against Miami, and he stays out as a linebacker here on 3rd and 10. He's shadowing. Mahomes hit from behind, and down he goes. Back at the 15-yard line, it is K'Lavon Chaisson. Beat the left tackle. Mahomes never saw him, and he drops him for a loss of 7.
Oh, beating him is it's not the true case. YM Morris throws another whiff like Jawan Taylor threw on that Max Crosby play. Big play by the defense.
Right, and remember, that's the reason Kansas City just signed the veteran DJ Humphries. Now, he is inactive today, but they don't feel confident about their left tackle. Morris in his second year out of Oklahoma, or Kingsley Su'a-Mataya, the rookie out of BYU, who started the first games at left tackle, but hasn't really played since. So a 3-and-out, and Ariza will punt it away. The left foot into it, a high spiral, angling to the right. Turner, he's got some room, makes the catch at the 36. Angling to the near side, he's running, trying to get blocks, has the 40, cuts inside 45, and he's brought down right there. Ariza shoved him out of bounds after a 10-yard return on a 46-yard punt. Raiders take over with great field position on their own 45. 8:55 to go in the half. We're tied at 3. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's Jerry Robinson here. Want to take your Raiders pride, poise, and commitment to excellence to the next level? Then come aboard the official Raiders fan cruise presented by Seaside Events, partying on the deck of the Norwegian Bliss with legends like Henry Lawrence, Kenny King, Jeff Barnes, Mervyn Fernandez, and myself. Enjoying an exclusive beach party, stunning Mexican Riviera. Spaces are filling up quickly. Head to RaidersFanCruise.com now to get ready to create lifetime memories with your favorite Raider legends. See you on the cruise.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
There's plenty of reasons to go to Vegas. The Strip, the stadium, the football games, high-speed races, the biggest names, neon lights, the biggest fights, bull riding, and endless nights, custom jerseys, stolen bases, colored wigs, and painted faces. There's something to fan for from dusk till dawn, and the list goes on and on and on and on. We don't know what brings you here, but we do know this. When you go to Vegas, whatever you go for, go all out. Head to visitlasvegas.com to learn more.
Raiders 3, Chiefs 3. Raiders defense starting to get some stops. Just forced a 3-and-out. Caleb Chason had a sack. Max Crosby had a tackle for loss, and the Raiders are about to take over. But first, we pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
3-3 our score here in the second quarter with 8:55 to go. Raiders playing the Chiefs tough, just like they did back in Week 8, a 27-20 loss against Kansas City. Like in that ballgame, Gardner Minshew completed 80% of his passes. He was 24-30, did not have an interception, but they were all short passes. Nothing really down the field. Right. Aiden O'Connell's done it differently here today.
He has done it differently. He's also had protection, so that's a good sign for the Raiders in the offense moving forward. You know, look, I
77 is an eligible receiver.
Okay,
77.
Thayer Mumford came in the game reported, so
Clay Martin didn't tell the defense. That's what that is.
I was saying that Joe Philbin, who's the interim head offensive line coach, is an old school. He's one of those guys that I grew up watching or playing for, and he doesn't believe in you failing. So that's why he's putting the option for this offensive line to be successful.
O'Connell takes a shot down the middle. It's incomplete for Bowers. Sincere McCormick picked up a nice block, getting his first action of the game. Like he had not been on the field in the first quarter. A nice job on a blitzer coming off the left side of the line. And he'll stay in here on this second down and 10. Bowers hadn't really come out of his break yet when O'Connell fired that down the middle.
Yeah, he was expecting him to run it earlier, and that's the chemistry that has to be developed between Aiden O'Connell and Brock Bowers going forward.
He's only been in practice since Monday.
Right.
So McCormick stays in. Shotgun, he's to the right of Aiden O'Connell. Bowers slot right.
Single high safety blitz, look for Spags.
DJ Turner motions into the backfield. Now he rolls to the right. O'Connell being chased from behind, throws it down the field. Got enough on it, and it's caught at the 45-yard line. Brock Bowers came back to the football. Now they say his momentum didn't get the 45. He's down at the 46, so it's shy of the marker. It'll be 3rd down and a half a yard, but O'Connell got just enough on it before Justin Reed took him down around the knees.
Good awareness by Aiden O'Connell, feeling the pressure from the backside blitzer and just trying to create some space to give Bowers some time to come out of his cut. Now, this is a very interesting 3rd down and short. Let's see what the Raiders dial up here.
This is 2 down. You're going right across
without
here.
a doubt. Without a doubt.
You're at 3rd down and less than half a yard. He's under center. Now, remember, he did just break his thumb, so he's taking the snap. They motion right to left. They hand it off to Brock Bowers. He's upended, but he flips forward for a 1st down. Joshua Williams got him head over heels, but Link, when his body hit the ground, it had flipped forward for a yard, and so they pick it up with a Brock Bowers run for 1.
I want to give some credit to DJ Turner and Trey Tucker. They sealed that in and allowed Bowers to make the cut. He didn't need to get much, and he got toppled up and over, but making it for the tight end to be able to pick up the 1st down. Good job.
And again, you remember, for Aiden O'Connell, how comfortable is he getting that snap under center with his thumb wrapped the way that it is, but he's back under center on 1st and 10. It's a run play to the left, drawing it out. Nice stiff arm. McCormick keeps his feet inside the 40. He picked up an extra 2 or 3 yards down to the 37. Mike Dana on the stop, but McCormick with his legs moving picked up 7 yards.
Let me tell you why I prefer Aiden O'Connell or the quarterbacks today, especially for the Raiders, to go under center. When you open up and expose your tackles out of a shotgun, you have those speedy defensive ends that are just running a pure angle right at the quarterback. Taking the ball from under center allows your quarterback to get into his drop, and that helps the timing with the delivery to the receivers, and not just sitting back there waiting for things to happen.
McCormick, the lone tailback again on 2nd and 3. Michael Mayer motions to the left side of the line. This is play action. O'Connell's in trouble trying to set up the screen, and he does get the ball away just in time before George Karlaftis sacked him back at the 50. Now, there is a flag down at the 35, which would be more in the secondary. I wonder if this is a legal man downfield, because O'Connell, he is pointing at Michael Mayer, saying he was in the area of where he threw the ball, and definitely O'Connell was out of the tackle box. Antonio Pierce is walking from the far sideline. He's almost out to the numbers. One of the officials comes in to make sure he goes back over to the sideline. Clay Martin's talking to Andy Reid, so they are going to call this penalty on the Raiders one way or the other.
Ineligible player downfield. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Well, the Raiders do not have a 56 on offense. That would be Amari Burney, and he was not on the field. No. I think he means 58.
Or 66, Parham. I'm waiting for the replay to play out. They keep showing chief players on the scoreboard and decibel up.
So either way, Link, Andy Reid accepts the penalty. It's a 5-yard loss, which is the 5th penalty on the Raiders. So instead of 3rd and 3, it is 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders on the Chiefs' 42-yard line. McCormick stays in as the tailback. 2 receivers bunch to the right for O'Connell, who's under center. Bowers motions to the left, picks up a block, handoff inside. McCormick hit by Bolton at the 40, but he falls forward between the hash marks inside the 39. So he picked up about 3 as we've got 6:30 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Raiders and Chiefs tied at 3. Not really field goal range. Yes, Carlson can hit from 56, but in this outdoor stadium, not a ton of wind, but it's tough to kick it into that side.
It is. And the wind is actually picking up a little bit. Swirls in this stadium, and it comes in one direction, kind of goes around like a U-turn and goes out. Makes it odd.
And it would
but
be
I
going
do think this is
against
4 down territory.
I'd be going against the face of the kicker right now, too. Well, it's 3rd down and 3. O'Connell's out of the gun, and Abdullah's back in. 2 receivers both ways. Shotgun snap, looking left. Dancing in the pocket, over the middle, almost picked off at the 30. He had Jacoby Myers open, but Nick Bolton streaked in front, almost picked it off. And now the Raiders are going to send on Daniel Carlson Link to try a very long field goal.
Yeah, I thought it was 4 down territory. I wouldn't have been opposed to going for it on that instant. Aiden wishes he had that ball back, Jason. Good, solid protection by the offensive line. You got a deep dig coming, and he throws it behind the intended receiver.
So Link officially for Daniel Carlson, who was hit from 54 this year, he is about to try a 57-yard field goal, and that would tie his career long. A.J. Cole's going to put it right down in the spearhead of the logo. Good snap, solid hold. 57-yard field goal is on its way, and it is short.
He would have made it for 55.
It did not get to the uprights. It landed in the white in the end zone. And because of it, the Chiefs will take over right near midfield. We are still tied at 3 with 5:55 to go before halftime. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Non-stop flights from Las Vegas to Phoenix Mesa, Arizona. One way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 12/7/2024 for travel between 12/21/2024 and 4/5/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Port Chicago, Illinois.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
You don't do anything halfway, and that should include your credit card. The Wonder Card from Credit One Bank is your play hard travel card. For traveling to Raiders games or anywhere else. The Credit One Bank Wonder Card. Serious rewards for serious fans. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Terms apply.
Full house, 5 and 3s on the board. 5:55 to go. 3-3 bowl game. Jason Norwood, Lincoln Kennedy, happy to have you back with us. GEHA Field here at Arrowhead Stadium. Daniel Carlson came up short on a 57-yard field goal, snapped an 18 consecutive make streak. And Patrick Mahomes takes over on his own 47. Coming up with play action. He's got time. Mahomes looking to throw. Down the field. Open, man. It's Noah Gray at the 40 in space 30. Trying to cut outside 25. And he's wrapped up from behind by Robert Spillane at the Raiders' 27-yard line. He picks up 26 yards. And it was all that time, and then Mahomes stepped up in the pocket, and Noah Gray was wide open.
And they are excited here in Kansas City about Noah Gray because they got Travis Kelce, obviously, but the heir apparent seems to be this young man. As you mentioned, you can't give that much time. The Chiefs did have max protection where they kept 6 in and then tripped out, but there's just too much time for a quarterback
Kelce
like that.
had 4 catches, Link, in the first quarter for 56 yards. He comes off to the sideline. Gray split out to the slot on the left. And an empty set here for Mahomes, who sends Juju Smith-Schuster out to the right. Takes the snap. He's got room up the middle. He pumps it to 30, and he slides down at the 27. And now a flag comes out.
Yeah, can't touch him when he slides.
He slid down. Actually, I don't think there is a flag, Link.
I'm surprised it isn't.
I know that, but you're getting...
You hear Clay Martin. He's talking to Max Crosby. I don't know that he knows he put his microphone on. It was Zach Carter, Link, who landed on top of Mahomes when he slid to the turf at the 27-yard line. So no sack. It was no gain.
Well, Max did come with a little bit of a cleanup and push Patrick Mahomes down in his chest. And that's just when you have Chiefs players trying to defend their quarterback. The ref stepping in and helping them out as well.
Yeah, Mahomes gave himself up, which would have been a sack.
Yeah.
So they're back up on it with 4:19 to go in the second. Shotgun to Mahomes. He's got time. He's backpedaling, trying to set up the screen, and it's batted down. Beautiful play, batted down by Jonah Laulu.
Oh, he's playing well. Playing well in the recent weeks. Making a full opportunity of taking advantage of his opportunity. Does a good job of getting the hand up, knocking down that possible screen they were trying to set up.
Yeah, his left arm on Wanye Morris, his right hand in the air. Link, that is the 16th batted ball at the line for the Raiders defense this year, which is second most in the NFL behind only Pittsburgh. Charles Snowden's been a big part of that. right? Adam Butler, obviously Crosby's long arms. So after the big play to Noah Gray, back-to-back plays of incompletion, and it's now third down. Pirine in the backfield. Mahomes, 7-step drop. He's trying to settle. He dumps it short. It's caught by Kelsey at the 22. Pitches it back to Pirine at the 20. Far sideline 15. And he's shoved out of bounds for a first down at the 12. Kelsey caught it, and Pirine was streaking behind him. That creativity that the Chiefs love to do. He wasn't going to have a first down, but that extra flip picked up 15 and a first down.
I've seen the Chiefs do this play before. This is how they create the creativity and improvisation of Andy Reid and this offensive staff. They have the utmost trust. You don't normally see your tight end catching the ball over the middle and becomes an option quarterback. Only in Kansas City.
And what do you do as a defense on that? And the answer is...
hope they mess up.
That's right. First down and 10. Hand off to Hunt across the 10, and he's dragged down from behind. John Jenkins made the stop. Polamalu cleaned it up at the 8. They pick up 4. It'll be second down and 6 with 3.5 to go in the second. We are tied at 3. Raiders defense, Link, has played pretty well so far here today. They're trying to hold the Chiefs out of the end zone again. This would be a big stop. Remember, this drive started right near midfield.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about the way this team is playing right now. They're going toe-to-toe with the defending champs and doing a pretty good job. Just a couple errors on both sides of the ball have put them in this predicament, but they're still in it.
DeAndre Hopkins split out wide left. Travis Kelce, who's got 5 catches today, in the slot to the left. Mahomes the shotgun. He's looking left. He's backpedaling. He's got Kelce at the 5, and then he stumbles on his own, and he's touched down just inside the sideline at the 6. Not that Kelce was going to take that into the end zone, Link, but he was open, and then he kind of just gave way to the turf. So just 2 yards, but they can pick up a first down at the 2. So it'll be third down and 4 coming up for Kansas City.
Yeah, I know Travis Kelce is such a great player, but I don't think he's been 100% most of the season. I've seen instances like that in watching him where he loses his footing or just can't keep his ground. But he's always effective, and you have to know where he is, especially this time.
So Najee Pirine again in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right. Whistles come in and stop it, and the Raiders and Antonio Pierce take a timeout here with 2:19 to go.
Las Vegas.
So the first of the half taken here by the Raiders. With a 3rd and 4 coming up. Antonio Pierce's defense. Remember, it was this building last year, Link, that was really the staple for Antonio Pierce, right? They were coming off the win against the Chargers after the 3-0 loss to the Vikings. Raiders offense put up a franchise record 63. Then they had the long break. But it was this game on Christmas Day that nobody expected the Raiders to come in and win. The defense shut down the Chiefs, had 2 touchdowns on that side of the ball. They won a game in which the quarterback didn't complete a pass after the first quarter. And Antonio Pierce is trying to do it against the Chiefs again.
Now, since they brought him in, they like to go to DeAndre Hopkins in these situations. He's got one-on-one at the top with Jack Jones.
He's out to the left. 3rd down and 4 for Mahomes. Hit as he throws. Lobs it towards the end zone. Watson, jump ball, touchdown Chiefs. That didn't have a lot of zip on it, but Watson reached out of the air, and he just brought in a record-setting touchdown for Patrick Mahomes, Link. Now 238 career touchdown passes. Passes Len Dawson for the most in Kansas City history.
Understanding that he's going to get man coverage, throws it to the corner of the end zone where only his receiver Watson can catch it. Crossing routes are so hard to defend.
And it's Watson's first touchdown grab of the season. And Mahomes was hit right when he threw that football. That was a tough throw. Matthew Wright on. He puts the extra point in. And with 2:14 to go here before halftime, Chiefs are in the end zone with a 10-3 lead.
Now you come out of this drive, and of course you start the Chiefs' potent offense starts pretty much at midfield. Short drive. Defense has been playing strong, but they gave up one there.
Yep. Well, Raiders did win the toss, so they will get the ball to start the third quarter. So an opportunity here for momentum, right? Score points before the half, get the ball to start the third quarter. Raiders have not won that battle at all this year. They have not won the end of first half, start of second half at all this season.
Right.
So doing that today would be a big deal.
Well, 2 timeouts, and you still have the 2-minute warning, so you have, in essence, 3 timeouts. Situational football. This is what AP has been talking about all year with his quarterbacks, understanding the situation, putting us in a position where you're not taking chances, obviously, but more importantly, you're being able to effectively move the football.
Well, Len Dawson had the record for a very long time of 237 touchdown passes. Patrick Mahomes is 29 years old. And he has now broken the record. Matthew Wright's right leg kickoff to Dylan Laube. It hits his chest at the goal line. It's bouncing around at the 5, and he picks it up on the run, and he does not get back to the 20-yard line. Nazi Johnson down in coverage for Kansas City. Link, that just bounced right off of his chest pad, and he had to find the ball, and he takes it out to the 18-yard line.
You know, and Dylan's played in North Dakota, right?
Well, no, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he's from Long Island. Your point is, yes, it's cold.
Yeah. It's cold down there. The ball's different. You got to be mindful of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot more slick.
His alma mater is about to play Montana this weekend in the FCS playoffs. And the winner will take on the overall number 1 seed, Montana State.
Now, just so you know,
we're well versed in the FCS here.
Yes, this side of the stadium is the loudest part of the stadium. So where the Raiders' backs are to that part of the crowd, this is the loudest part of the stadium.
That is the end zone to our right as they work right to left. O'Connell is under center and McCormick the tailback. A run to the right. McCormick cuts across the 20, breaks the tackle 25, drags defenders out to the 35. Brian Cook gets the stop, but Sincere McCormick on a 17-yard run. And he has provided a burst for the Raiders the last couple of weeks and a solid start to the drive as we hit the 2-minute warning. Raiders trailing the Chiefs 10-3. 17 there for the undrafted free agent out of UTSA. Drive continues when we return. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant Air. Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. By Cox and Cox Business, powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Enter the Raiders pregame masquerade, a high-energy VIP tailgate with a twist. Enjoy Raiders game days with the mystique of a masquerade, the thrill of a carnival, and the rebellious spirit of a pirate adventure. Surprises are in store, stimulating Vegas performers, themed games, in-demand musical acts and DJs, treasure hunts, special menus, and much more. Visit RaidersExperiences.com to book this exclusive game day experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
Raiders football is brought to you by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Experience world-class gaming at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Must be 21 and over to enter. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. Sports Water, the official water of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Karma Automotive, the official luxury EV vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Kaloa Rum Company. Taste the spirit of aloha. Kaloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly.
Just looking at a replay of that Patrick Mahomes touchdown pass, Link, was pretty impressive. I mean, he threw that and just lofted it to the corner through contact. Almost sidearm and somehow still got the one-on-one.
Great recognition of the defense, understanding he's got man-on-man coverage. He's a smart quarterback, smart future Hall of Famer, obviously. But he's perfect at things like that, instances like that.
And now the Chiefs record holder with 238 career passing touchdowns. 33 of those have come against the Raiders, which is the 5th most all-time by one quarterback against this franchise. But Raiders trying to answer, and you know, Sincere McCormick last week, Link, 5 carries for 33 yards. He had a 19-yard run. Today, 3 carries for 28 yards. He just had a 17-yard. He had a 7-yard run. Like, he's running hard, and he's making the cut to the line. He's going to get some more carries as this game moves along, and he is in the backfield with a 1st and 10 for the Raiders on their own 35. Out of the 2-minute warning. Tucker motions left to right. He gets the handoff with a jet sweep around the edge 40. Tucker flies over the defenders across the 45. He stays in bounds, but he left for an extra couple of yards. He picked up 11 out to the 46 and a 1st down.
Good play, good blocking by Jacoby Myers. The wide receiver actually got in the way of 2 Chief defenders, allowed Tucker to go over the top for that 1st down. Good job.
Dre Tucker's 7th carry of the year. He's got 47 yards. Raiders have 2 timeouts left. They're not going fast with 90 seconds to go in the half. But they now break huddle. O'Connell out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers to the right. Motion right to left. That is DJ Turner. O'Connell gets the snap. Throwing down the near side into double coverage and incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, right at the numbers on the left side. Joshua Williams was in coverage. was looking for him at the 40. It'll be second down and 10 with the clock stopped at 1:16.
Really a difficult place to put the ball that last time, Jason, because you have the linebacker, Nick Bolton, underneath. It has to be near perfect. When you're going to hit that window versus a deep cover 2 look, you've got to make sure that you have a clear window because you don't want to put the ball in jeopardy.
O'Connell is 8 of 12 for 107 yards. 7 of those 12 pass attempts have gone to Myers, and 4 of the other 5 have gone to Bowers. Chiefs showing blitz. O'Connell hands it off to McCormick, following his blockers out to the right. He's met at the 47, spins forward, falls to the 48-yard line, and the Chiefs take a timeout. Andy Reid stops the clock with 1:10 to go, and a 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Raiders right near midfield, and of course he does.
Yeah.
He just scored a touchdown.
Yep. He
He wants to get the ball back, and now, Link, if you're Antonio Pierce, look, you want to pick up the first down, but if you throw an incompletion, Chiefs are going to get the ball back with 2 timeouts and the greatest quarterback in the league.
Exactly. We've been there, and it's more than enough time for the talented Patrick Mahomes and the plethora of receivers that he has. And it just.
So how would you play it?
Well, I mean, I would play it aggressive, going for the first down. They've been playing a lot of cover 2, which you have your route options where you throw the corner or to the wide side of the field. I try to use the wide side of the field as the advantage. But they're going to double Brock Bowers. I do know that.
That wide side of the field will be the near side of the field out to the left. He is slot that way with Myers and Tucker. Terrace Marshall is in the ball game, split out wide right. Called up from the practice squad for a 2nd straight game. Did not have a catch last week. First game as a Raider. Chiefs showing blitz.
Yep.
And O'Connell walks up to the line to try and change the play. Bolton backs out. So too does McDuffie. They're all leaving the line. O'Connell gets the snap. The Chiefs bring 4. He's pressured from behind. He can't get the ball out, and he's sacked at the 45. Chris Jones, for the 2nd time in the half, has sacked Aiden O'Connell from behind, and the Chiefs take their 2nd timeout with 1:06 to go before halftime.
The misnomer that you see going around the league is guys like Chris Jones and other guys, defensive tackles playing outside. He just ran around DJ Glaze like he's standing still. And it's surprising because Glaze plays better against speed rushers than he does power rushers. That was just straight speed by the big man.
Yeah, so now this is a tough spot here for the Raiders. They're down 10-3. A.J. Cole's job now, obviously, is try and pin the Chiefs back deep. But McCole Hardman, who averages over 10 yards a punt return, is back. You don't want to let him get his hands on it.
Well, the Chiefs are going to play safe. Now that the fake punt the Raiders did last week, they're looking for the safe.
Well, right here, too, it will be 4th down and 11. And last week was 4th and 3, I believe, when they completed that 34-yard catch. They aren't faking. Cole's kicking, angling towards the near sideline. Hardman's not going to touch it, and it goes out of bounds before it gets to the 10. A.J. was trying to get it out of bounds inside the 10. It goes out at the 15. So a punt of 40 yards, and the Chiefs, with exactly 60 seconds, will have the ball on their own 15-yard line. By the way, there's also a flag down out of bounds on the near sideline. And Clay Martin is coming over to talk to Andy Reid. So it's against the Raiders. Whatever this penalty is about to be, it is about to be against Las Vegas.
Well, typically what happens in those instances, if the gunner runs out of bounds, it doesn't make a clear effort quickly to get back in bounds. They call it a flag.
Clear out of bounds on a kick. Las Vegas, number 34. Kansas City will tackle on the 5-yard penalty to the end of the play. It's 1st down. Timeout.
All right, so that will bring the ball out to the 20. So 1 minute, 1 timeout, which is plenty of time for Patrick Mahomes with the ball on his own 20. We'll see if the Raiders can get a stop before halftime. Trailing 10-3 here in Kansas City. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, Silver and Black, get ready and gear up for game day just like your Las Vegas Raiders. Because no matter your game plan, Ford has the SUV to match. Call any play with the ability to choose between 3 different powertrain options, like the do-it-all gas-powered Bronco and Explorer, or the innovative all-electric Mustang Mach-E, and switch it up with a dual-threat Escape Hybrid. Ford SUVs, the only SUVs tough enough for Raider Nation. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Come to Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, California's #1 entertainment destination and the place for big wins. Every month, Yamava gives away luxury cars and exclusive prizes. Play at over 7,200 slots, the most in the West, and catch top-tier entertainment acts. Only at Yamava Resort and Casino, your California to Vegas connection. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Let's go, Raider Nation. You heard them. Time to hit the nearest drink station for a cocktail with Absolute Vodka. I'm talking smooth Moscow Mules, bold Bloody Marys, and Vodka-ritas to match your victory dances. Absolute Vodka, mixing it up with Raider Nation. Enjoy responsibly. Absolute Vodka, 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by Absolute Spirits Company, New York, New York.
Tim Cates inside the Silver and Black Studios. Raiders football powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. NFL news today: the Chicago Bears have fired their head coach Matt Eberflus. Bears 4-8 on the season, coming off a tough loss at Detroit yesterday. They've now dropped 6 in a row. Thomas Brown, the interim offensive coordinator, now becomes the interim head coach. College football, top 25 action on this Black Friday. 5 minutes to go first quarter. Mississippi State leads number 14, Ole Miss 7-3. Number 25, Colorado shuts out Oklahoma State 52-0. It was number 11, Boise State beating Oregon State 34-18. Back out now, Jason Lincoln, guys.
We are all rooting for Mississippi State to pull the upset because nobody wants 3-loss SEC team in the college football playoff.
True story.
Except our head of PR, Will Kiss, whose daughter goes to Ole Miss. All right, the Chiefs start at the 20. Mahomes, as the Raiders bring a blitz, he's stuck in the pocket, and he's sacked back at the 14. Chason and Spillane and Butler, they all met at the quarterback. They'll mark it at the 15 when they blew it dead for a loss of 5, and the Raiders have their 3rd sack of the half. And now, Link, the Chiefs are in no hurry. They haven't taken a timeout. The clock is still ticking as we're down to 35 seconds to go in the half.
No, they're content with going into halftime with this lead. They're not going to force it. That was their big chance if they would have got positive yards, but I think they run the football here.
Now Mahomes is down to 25 seconds. He is going to throw. He pumps out to the right. He throws to the... Oh, man, he's got Hopkins at the 40, and he's tracked down at midfield by Jack Jones. And Andy Reid does call for his final timeout with 18 seconds. Mahomes pumped, and when he pumped, Hopkins took off instead of the out, and he beat Jones for 36 yards.
What happens when you lay your eyes to fool you in the backfield? That time the protection withstood, and Mahomes had this intention all the time, having one-on-one coverage with no safety to help over the top. A double move by Hopkins frees him up for the big game.
Now, that's the one difference in this game. Mahomes, 14 completions linked to 8 different receivers.
Yep.
O'Connell, 8 of 12 to 2 receivers. Myers has 5 catches. Bowers has 3.
And here's what I noticed, Jason. After Hopkins caught that football, he was walking back to the huddle, the sideline, saying, my fault, my fault. He thought it could have been bigger.
Well, he thought he could have gotten out of bounds, right? That was the other part. He could have gotten out of bounds, and instead, they had to use their last timeout. Mahomes to throw on first down. Fires. It's caught at the middle of the field at the 40. Noah Gray, no, they come in and say it's incomplete. And you know what? That's better for the Chiefs. Because if he catches that football... yes, they have a chance to spike it and maybe kick a deep field goal, but the clock is going to run out and they're not going to have any more plays. Now, Patrick Mahomes wants them to review this, Link, but I don't know that he does, because if they call this a catch, it's going to be a 10-second runoff because they're out of timeouts. I do think Noah Gray catches this ball.
I do think so as well.
Well, here comes Clay Martin, but this is going to be a 10-second runoff. The Chiefs are out of timeouts. And they can't do anything about it. So Clay Martin is talking to Andy Reid because they came in, Link, and whistled it incomplete, which stops the clock. Any overturn of that with replay, remember, it was a Lions-Falcons game a few years ago where the Lions were going to score. They overturned and they ran out of time because of the 10 seconds to change that rule. This is going to bring this clock down to 2 seconds. Here's Clay Martin.
After an expedited review, it was a catch. He was down by contact with 14 seconds. By rule, this does require a 10-second runoff. Please set the game clock to 4 seconds. 4 seconds on the game clock, please. 4 seconds.
So they added what would be 2 seconds. Now, here's the thing. The clock is going to run. Now, the Chiefs ran on their special teams unit, but Patrick Mahomes can spike this.
Yeah.
So Clay Martin at some point here very soon is going to wind his arm. The clock will run. He does it there. Mahomes takes the snap. He spikes the ball. Now, the clock didn't run. It does now. They take off 1 second.
1 second, yeah.
So 3 seconds. Now, the crowd is booing, but that is the right ruling.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. Had they called it a catch on the field, the Chiefs would be in the same spot. It's not like they'd have all this time. They were out of timeouts anyway.
Right.
So they bring on Matthew Wright, Link, to try a 59-yard field goal. Remember, he was just called off the practice squad. Carlson earlier today missed a 57 going to our left. Chiefs are going to try a 59-yarder going to our right. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is going to be well short, and the Raiders are going to run it out of the end zone. DJ Turner was back to field it down the far sideline 15, and that is where he's tripped up by Matthew Wright. That ball might have got it deflected at the line, but either way, it was well short of the uprights. Well, the Raiders are going to head into the locker room only down a touchdown.
Yeah, the Raiders were smart to put a receiver back there for that short kick and just get a chance.
Yeah.
Why not? Can't hurt.
So they trot into the locker room. They will get the ball to start the second half, and they are down 10-3 here in Kansas City. Tim Cates rejoins us coming up on the other side with the halftime report. You're listening to Raiders football.
Touchdown Raiders! Raiders fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SiriusXM app. Just search Las Vegas Raiders on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Raiders content, including coach and player press conferences, special team-specific shows, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SiriusXM app. Download it and search Las Vegas Raiders today.
Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Nobody brings you the excitement of Formula One racing like SiriusXM. Hear every thrilling lap of a worldwide championship chase.
Verstappen takes the lead in the Grand Prix, and Hamilton couldn't hold it off.
Plus comprehensive pre- and post-race coverage.
That was the best race I've ever seen.
The 2024 season rolls on Sunday morning at the Qatar Grand Prix. Our live coverage begins at 10 a.m. Eastern with Lights Out Racing at 11 Eastern on ESPN Extra, Channel 81 in the car, and the SiriusXM app.
This Thanksgiving, gobble up something good on the SiriusXM app. From dinner party mixes to a feast of live football, food podcasts, and more fall fixings.
Jared back, looking, lofting, right side. Amon-Ra St. Brown, touchdown Detroit Lions.
We're serving up the perfect soundtrack for any moment this holiday weekend. Just search Thanksgiving in the SiriusXM app.
Joining us from the Silver and Black Studios, here's Tim Cates.
Halftime at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City on this Black Friday. The Chiefs with a 10-3 lead over the Las Vegas Raiders. Aiden O'Connell, 107 yards passing in the first half. Raiders, 58 yards rushing. Patrick Mahomes, though, doing what he does, making big plays. 15-24, 192 yards and a touchdown pass. The only touchdown of the first half to Justin Watson on an off-balance throw into the back of the end zone. The Raiders get a Daniel Carlson field goal. He also missed from 57 yards out, leading to a short field for the Kansas City Chiefs. More on that and his highlights and stats coming up in just a couple of minutes. Let's get you caught up on what's happening around the National Football League and around the top 25 in college football. Yesterday we had 3 games on Thanksgiving Thursday. The Lions, the Packers, and Cowboys all won. More games coming up on Sunday, but big news off the field. A day after losing to the Detroit Lions, the Bears have fired their head coach, Matt Eberflus. He talked to the media this morning as usual, said he was confident he would be coaching the Bears the remainder of the season. A few minutes later, the Bears announced he was gone, fired. 4-8 on this season. They've lost 6 in a row. Remember, 3 weeks ago, they fired their offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron. Thomas Brown was the interim offensive coordinator. Now Thomas Brown is the interim head coach for the remainder of this season. It's the first time in the 100-year-plus history of the Chicago Bears that they have fired a head coach in the middle of the season. In Injury news. Jacksonville Jaguars are getting quarterback Trevor Lawrence back on Sunday for their game against the Houston Texans. Lawrence had missed the last 2 games with a shoulder injury. The Detroit Lions, best team in the NFC, had a win yesterday going to the Bears. They have lost their linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez for the season. He is out with a torn ACL. Sunday night in Buffalo, the Bills will play host to the 49ers. Now, they're expecting an additional 1.5 feet of snow in Buffalo in the next 24 hours leading up to kickoff. So the team has put out to call the Bills Mafia to sign up to help shovel snow from inside Hillmark Stadium. Must be 18, have your own shovel, but once you do have that, they're going to pay you to come inside Highmark Stadium and shovel out the snow before Sunday night's game. College football, top 25 action under a minute to go. First quarter, number 14 Ole Miss leads Mississippi State 10-7. Ole Miss number 14 in the college football playoff rankings. Stanford taking on San Jose State. Stanford up 3-0 with 4 minutes to go first quarter. Earlier, number 25 Colorado shuts out Oklahoma State in Boulder 52-0. Oklahoma State goes 3-9 on the season, 0-9 in conference play. Shedeur Sanders, 34-41, 438 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. Travis Hunter, just give the Heisman. 10 catches, 116 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also had an interception. He played 114 snaps between offense and defense. Wow. Number 11, Boise State beats Oregon State 34-18. Ashton Jeanty, also another front runner for the Heisman. 37 carries, 226 yards and a touchdown. Boise State now moves on to the the Mountain West Conference Championship game. Well, they'll probably face UNLV. They win there, and they'll get a berth in the college football playoffs. So you're caught up on what's happening on and off the field. Coming up here on the halftime report, we'll run down the first half stats and the highlights. Chiefs 10, Raiders 3. I'm Tim Cates. You're listening to Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raider debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with the Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Tim Cates back inside our Silver and Black studios with the halftime report. Chiefs lead the Raiders at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City on this Black Friday 10-3 through the first 2 quarters. Chiefs got the ball first after the Raiders deferred 13 plays, 66 yards, almost 5 minutes off the clock. Raiders defense did a great job in the red zone, holding on 3rd and 4 an incomplete pass from Patrick Mahomes. Jack Jones with some great defense, forcing a field goal from 25 yards out, and the Chiefs opening possession, a 3-0 lead. Both teams exchanged punts. Raiders second possession, we started to see Aiden O'Connell and Jacoby Myers get into a little rhythm.
The receivers to the left, Brock Bowers slot to the right. Moves Myers far left. Here comes a blitz. He's looking to throw. Good protection. Taking a shot for Myers. It's caught at the Chiefs 40, and he backpedals his way to the 30-yard line. He beat Nazeeh Johnson off the ball, and O'Connell hit a big, deep shot for 43 yards.
43 yards inside the 30 of Kansas City. A huge 3rd down completion. He hit him for 10 yards to start the drive. The Raiders get down inside the 10-yard line, but have to settle for a field goal. It was tied at 3. The Raiders got the ball back after a punt, got inside Chiefs territory. Antonio Pierce elects to go for a long 57-yard field goal. Comes up about 1.5 yards short of the crossbar. So great field position, 7 plays, 53 yards. It didn't take long for Patrick Mahomes to find the end zone and a touchdown as they tacked on 7 to take a 10-3 lead at the break. Aiden O'Connell, 8 of 12, 107 yards passing, Sincere McCormick, 4 carries, 29 yards. Amir Abdullah, 5 carries, 16 yards. Patrick Mahomes, 15 to 24, 192 yards. And that touchdown pass to Justin Watson. That's it for the halftime report. Up next, we go back inside Arrowhead Stadium for the second half kickoff. Chiefs 10, Raiders 3. I'm Tim Cates. You're listening to Raiders Football.
Throughout the 2024 season, each NFL team channel on the SiriusXM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game.
What's given me confidence is how they've responded to adversity.
Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio. Now your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SiriusXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray. Great Snoop Dogg, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady.
That opportunity to meet Al Davis went a long way because he was my friend till he left this earth. And that was the beautiful thing is that in having that relationship. And I still love the Raiders to this day, especially Tom got his hands on him now. So I know there's something brewing with that, Jim.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
It's the holidays, and SiriusXM's Doctor Radio is here to help with a healthy holiday survival guide. Enjoy your holiday meals without overdoing it.
Trying to avoid indigestion, bloating, and reflux.
Managing you and your family's mental health.
Seasonal depression, relationship struggles, stress, and burnout.
The Healthy Holiday Survival Guide, all day Friday on SiriusXM's Doctor Radio, Channel 110, or listen on the SiriusXM app. Spread the word. Anyone can enjoy SiriusXM in the car during our Listen Free event, happening now through December 2nd.
If you want to win your fantasy football league, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio. From start-sit decisions to waiver wire advice to injury updates, SiriusXM Channel 87 helps you win your fantasy football league with expert advice from Jeff Mams.
Making the most moves doesn't result in the most wins.
Howard Bender.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Jeff Ratcliffe.
Don't overvalue wide receiver cornerbacks.
Bob Harris.
If you're in a league that doesn't have IR, go out and start looking to waiver wires for players who are about to be activated.
Adam Ronis.
Personally, I don't like trading for injured players because there's a risk of a setback.
So much more.
You've done wonders for me through the year.
Winning strategies from the best analysts in the business are on Fantasy Sports Radio, SiriusXM 87, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Denver Broncos organization is a team that has done a tremendous job.
When it happens in the NFL, we're reacting to it on SiriusXM NFL Radio.
Saquon Barkley, he is special. Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, the owner, they were sitting there just smiling. We have found ourselves a G.
Get closer to the game with interviews with players, coaches, and executives.
Coach of the Buffalo Bills, Sean McDermott.
We've got the best fans in the NFL, maybe all professional sports.
Nobody covers the game like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
This is Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
It's the start of the second half of Raiders football. Now, let's rejoin Jason Horowitz and Lincoln Kennedy back out at the field.
Raiders will be on the offensive side first, trailing 10-3. Raiders football presented by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit creditonebanktravel.com. Chiefs 10-3 as we start the second half. Raiders pretty neck and neck with Kansas City, 191 to 158. Chiefs outgained Raiders. Time of possession pretty even, 15.5 to 14.5 in favor of the Chiefs. Raiders 58 yards rushing, over 5 yards a carry, compared to just the 10 yards rushing for Kansas City on 8 carries, so 1.2. But Patrick Mahomes 15 to 24, 192, and a touchdown pass to Watson. Aiden O'Connell 8 of 12 for 107. Both quarterbacks linked were sacked 3 times.
Well, they always say careful what you wish for. You always want to make a potent offense one-dimensional. So that would be, in this essence, the defense taking the run away from Kansas City, which has been effective. But they have an effective passing game and an effective quarterback. It's hard to stop. However, all that being said, after the first half, to be down only 7, good job by the Raiders.
Matthew Wright approaches in a short kickoff that DJ Turner fights Dylan Laube and gets the ball at the 5. He doesn't have Laube as a blocker, as the 20, and he's upended at the 25. Shamari Connor made the stop. Link, the ball was going right towards Dylan Laube on the right side of the end zone, and Turner was over there thinking like Laube was going to move out of his way, and he didn't.
That's exactly right. I'm glad it didn't end up in a turnover or mishap with the ball, but I think DJ Turner is a little frustrated. I think he wants to be involved in this offense and wants to do something to contribute to this team, because it's either Trey Tucker, Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers. He doesn't get a lot of opportunities to touch the ball.
And it hasn't really even been Trey Tucker today. He hasn't been targeted. He has one rushing attempt for 11 yards. So they start on the right hash mark, down 10-3. Michael Mayer motions to the left, now back to the right. O'Connell is under center on first down. Nice pocket. Throws deep down the field, and he had Myers streaking out to the right, and he missed him. He was between a pair of defenders at the 45, but he was in front of the safety, Brian Cook, and the ball was thrown just short of his feet. If he got a couple more yards on it, that's a completion.
Yeah, and he wishes he had that ball back, because as Jacoby Myers was coming open towards his sideline, short pass, it would have been a big gain. It would have been a nice first down, a grab for the Raiders, come up short.
By the way, the Chiefs scoreboard is asking the crowd to get loud. I would say of the 76,000 in attendance, 30,000 are still not in their seats yet. Myers motions left to right. They fake the run to Myers. They toss to the left side. McCormick, head of steam, out across the 30. Carrying the defenders to the 36-yard line. Wasn't McCormick, it was Amir Abdullah. He took it out to the 36 for a gain of 11 and a first down.
The Raiders did a great job at securing the edge, taking the would-be tackler who turns it back in, usually for the defense, taking him out. Good blocking downfield. And good job by the Raiders with their hands.
A lot of good runs today, Link. That is the third rush today of more than 10 yards. Remember, the Raiders are last in the NFL at 75 yards a game on the ground. Today, they are up to 69 yards. McConnell's back under center. Fresh set of downs on their own 36. Opening drive of the third. They fake the run to Abdullah. He's trying to settle into the pocket. He's trying to find a man open. Throws it. Bowers one-handed grab. Can't bring it in at the 40. He was looking for Bowers to get open. He couldn't. Justin Reed was right there as Brock was heading towards the near sideline.
Really,
so it'll be second down.
Yeah, Jason, that was the only thing that he had available to him, because Jacoby Myers was tripped up, and the other receivers on the deep dig route, angle route, weren't even in his view. So he had to just take a shot at Bowers. There was nowhere else to go.
Yeah, get rid of it before the sack came, too. So he threw it high, didn't put it in danger. So it'll be second down to 10, just outside the 35-yard line. Exactly 59 seconds here into this third quarter. Raiders trailing the Chiefs 10-3. Twin receivers both way. Now DJ Turner motions into the backfield. He's behind O'Connell, now back out to the left. He's looking to throw. He's got Turner at the 30. Got to beat a man, does. Down the sideline 40. Turner stutters at the 50. He's into Chiefs territory, and Turner tracked down by Bolton at the 39-yard line. He picks up 25. He was all alone, had one man to beat on the edge. Turner got past Cook, and he did the rest himself.
As I said, this young man is just trying to make a play. Does a good job in the open field at getting extra yards after the catch. But good awareness by Aiden O'Connell. Recognizing the blitz, the Chiefs brought one more than they could block. He got rid of the football quickly, allowed his receiver to make a play.
America First Credit Union's first down for the hometown, where America First will donate $100 to a local charity for every Raiders first down inside Allegiant Stadium this year. First and 10 inside the Chiefs 40. O'Connell hands it off to Abdullah, trying the left side, spins forward, and he's brought down by Bolton on the left hash mark at the 35-yard line. So he picks up 4. It'll be second down. We'll call it 6. As we go on to inside of 13 minutes to go. Nice looking opening drive of the third quarter here for the Raiders offense.
Jason, as I said before, the Raiders offensive line and offensive front has done better with this scheme under Scott Turner and Joe Philbin, the offensive line coach, interim offensive line coach. They're doing man blocking. They're coming downhill, man on man. You assignment rich and understand where you need to be.
Second down and 6. Bowers and Mayer both on the field. O'Connell settles in the pocket, looking downfield, takes a shot, threw it into coverage and almost picked off. Joshua Williams was coming hard at Jacoby Myers at the 20-yard line. He put that in a dangerous spot, and Myers might have gotten a hand on there just to break up an interception.
Yeah, and it's fortunate for him because the Chiefs were waiting for that crossing route. They have a safety. These are Devontae Adams used to run these plays. These are plays that are meant to free up the receiver after the speedy guys clear out. And they were sitting right on that route. Lucky it wasn't a turnover.
Remember, Daniel Carlson missed from 57 heading to the left end zone earlier. He was about 3 or 4 yards short. This from here, if they don't gain a yard, would be about a 53-yarder. On third down, it's a run play to Abdullah up the middle. The sea open. He's down inside the 30, and he's got a first down at the 29. He was in the shotgun. The offense parted the middle of the Chiefs defense for 7 yards and a first down.
Chiefs thought the Raiders were going to work on the pass the ball.
I take that back. They say he didn't get it.
Wow.
They say he didn't get it. Maybe replay assists came in because the initial spot on the far side of the field was at the 29, but they moved the ball back just to the 30, so he is short of the mark. So it's spotted at the 30. It's fourth down and a half a yard. O'Connell is under center. This looks like a QB sneak. They motion right to left. They hand it up off the middle. Abdullah needs across the 30. He doesn't get it. Nick Bolton has him at the line. Charles Omenihu over the top. The Raiders come up short on fourth and a yard.
Ouch, that really hurts. I'm giving him credit for being able to move the line of scrimmage, but that time it was an all-out, sell-out blitz by Spag, the defensive coordinator. Oh, look at all the red shirts in the backfield on the replay, Jason. Really nowhere from the go.
Absolutely not. So the Chiefs take over on downs on their own 30-yard line with 11:45 to go in the third. Up a touchdown. We step aside. You're listening to Raiders football.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sports Grid Radio on SiriusXM has you covered this NFL season.
Jameis Winston and the Cleveland Browns head to Denver to finish Week 13 of the NFL season. Can the Browns play spoiler again and beat another playoff contender in the AFC or cover the 7-point spread? We'll break it all down. Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio. Channel 159 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Through the years
Welcome your family and friends home with timeless Christmas music. On Channel 105 through Christmas Day or and specials.
Christian McCaffrey.
Back. Touchdown! CMC!
Take on Josh Allen.
His way into the end zone!
Sunday at 8:20. XM 226. The Bills Call on Sirius 85, XM 225. In the car and on the SiriusXM app.
11:45 to go in the third. The Raiders stuffed on fourth and a half yard from the Chiefs 30. We still haven't seen a replay of that third down run that looked like Amir Abdullah picked up the first down at the 29, which is where the initial spot was on the far side. But the near side said they came in and overruled them. Antonio Pierce did not challenge it. They came in, did not get the fourth down, and so now the Chiefs take over on their own 30-yard line. Pacheco in the backfield to the left of Mahomes. Chiefs had just 10 rushing yards in the first half. He vacates out to the right. Mahomes looking to throw. He's got a pocket. Leaves it short and incomplete. Kelsey was gobbled up by Diablo, and he kind of stopped running at the 35. Maybe a little miscommunication. It'll be second and 10. By the way, that 10 yards rushing link for the Chiefs in the first half, their fewest first half rushing yards in 7 years.
Oh, wow. Really surprised. And as a matter of fact, they had Pacheco back in the lineup. They really haven't tried to. They tried to give him the ball, obviously, but not overly in the number of possessions they've had. So they've just abandoned the run. Look at this formation right here. Totally wide open.
Yeah, it's an empty set. 3 receivers right and 2 to the left. Mahomes a low snap. has it over the middle. Man open at the 40. Noah Gray scoots to the 45, and he spun forward into Raiders territory. Spillane makes the tackle at the Las Vegas 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 22 yards to Noah Gray.
Once again, they overload the middle of the field, and the Raiders don't have any answer for it. Noah Gray just runs a seam route right down the hash, turns around. Once he gets to the middle intermediate level, Spillane is out of position to make the play. He eventually makes the tackle, but it's a big game.
The two tight ends, Kelsey and Gray today, linked 9 catches for 119 yards for Patrick Mahomes, who was 16 of 26 for 213. They are running it to Pacheco. Hops through the whole 45 out to the outside. 30 for Pacheco. Down the far sideline 20. And pull him out, pushes him out of bounds at the 15-yard line. He scoots for 33 yards. And Link, you said it. He doesn't make a lot of cuts in the backfield. He gets downhill. He didn't cut till he got through the line. And he picked up a big chunk.
As I'm looking at the replay, it was a zone run where he cut back. And the Chiefs did a good job at blocking the box. Pacheco gets one-on-one with the safety, and it's a foot race down the field.
They've been waiting to see him in a uniform. He is playing today for the first time since he fractured his fibula with some ligament damage back in week 2. So his first appearance in 2.5 months, and he just picked up a huge gain. He stays in the field. He gets the handoff again, trying the left side, showing some patience. And he spun down on the left hash mark at the 13-yard line. John Jenkins on top of the pile. The second down and 8 for the Chiefs as we'll go inside of 10 minutes to go. And, you know, you said this at halftime like you're going in. Raiders have played pretty well.
Right.
But too many plays that you need to make to win ball games against anyone, let alone the two-time defending champs, have gone Kansas City's way.
Yeah, short yardage has been a problem for the Raiders all year, and they're still trying to find themselves at. And even though I've seen progression with the run game, they still have a long way to go to convert those short yardage plays.
Juju Smith-Schuster split out wide right. Mahomes, there's a flag thrown at the line. Crosby giving chase. Mahomes loses the football, and he's brought down at the 34-yard line. He lost it without anyone touching him. Tyree Wilson, Link, is the one who lands on him at the 35. It would be a loss of 22 if this
Legal
penalty
formation.
is against Kansas City.
Offense, number
and
74 was in the backfield. Penalties declined. Third down.
It is a loss of 22 yards, and for Tyree Wilson, because he's the one who touched him down, he has his 4th sack in the last 5 games.
Well, in this drive, you've seen Patrick Mahomes get more and more comfortable with his protection. You saw him pick on the middle of the field to get down in this position that time. Good job by the defense. Patrick Mahomes tried to improvise, drops the football.
And, Link, I wonder if something happened there because he's holding his left hand in his warmer, right? Yeah. That belt warmer, the hand warmer. And now he's got them both out there as they're under center, as they're out of the gun here on 3rd down and 28 yards. He is going to throw. He throws quick out to the far side. It's caught at the 25-yard line to Andre Hopkins. DeCamerion Richardson was giving him a lot of cushion, so he picks up 9. And they'll settle for a field goal here.
Yeah, and the
Raiders,
about
41 yards for Matthew Wright.
I was just going to say, Raiders, that last time that they played safely, they would keep everything in front of them. So Patrick Mahomes does a smart thing, take what the defense gives him, sends in the field goal unit.
Yep, so they will bring on Wright, who has made from 25 yards. He has missed from 59 yards. Again, just up off the practice squad. He is the 3rd kicker in 3 weeks for Kansas City. And so he will try a 42-yarder from the left hash. Winchester to snap it and Ariza to hold. The process is clean. The kick is up. It is heading towards the uprights, and it splits. So the Raiders defense gets a couple of big plays, but the Chiefs tack on 3, and the Raiders down by double figures. Kansas City 13, Las Vegas 3, 8:40 to go here in the 3rd. Timeout. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Enter the Raiders pregame masquerade, a high-energy VIP tailgate with a twist. Enjoy Raiders game days with the mystique of a masquerade, the thrill of a carnival, and the rebellious spirit of a pirate adventure. Surprises are in store. Stimulating Vegas performers, themed games, in-demand musical acts and DJs, treasure hunts, special menus, and much more. Visit RaidersExperiences.com to book this exclusive game day experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be a legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Phoenix Mesa, Arizona. One way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 12/7/2024 for travel between 12/21/2024 and 4/5/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Hey, Raiders fans, you can be here for live NFL action all season long as the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL. Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets, so you never miss a single play. Whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away, find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Las Vegas Raiders. We'll be on the road for the next game as well in Tampa before back-to-back home games against the Falcons and the Jaguars. 7-play, 46-yard drive for the Chiefs. Matthew Wright's 42-yard field goal to put Kansas City up 13-3. A line drive kickoff, angling to the right. Turner on the run on the far side at the 5, out across the 20. Turner cuts to the right side, 30, and he's upended right there. The ball came out, but it went into the Raiders bench, which is where the Raiders will take over. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification, you're listening to Raiders football.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
DJ Turner is still down on the field, Link. He was flipped over, but before the Chiefs made contact, it looked like his left leg got stuck in the turf. Yep. And as he went to the ground, he immediately went to grab his left knee.
Absolutely. I saw the exact same thing. That leg took an awkward angle bending. And you saw immediately that his face grimaced in pain. He knew right away something happened.
So he is down on the field on the far sideline. He's still in the field of play as the Raiders training staff helps him to his feet. Pull him up by his shoulder pads, and they are going to help him over to the tent, Link. His arms directly around the shoulders of the two people walking him off the field.
Yeah.
He cannot put any weight on that left leg as they're going to head him back to the tent.
It looks like it. I mean, the Raiders are already short on receivers anyways.
Yep. And remember, Ramel Keaton is one of the Raiders' active players, but inactive today. Excuse me, one of the Raiders' 53-man receivers, but inactive today. So it was Trey Tucker, DJ Turner, Jacoby Myers, and Terrace Marshall off the practice squad. So Turner now on the sideline. Raiders take over on their 30, down by 10, with O'Connell in the shotgun and McCormick to his left. Snap, throwing, looking, near side, Bowers, back grab at the 35, heads upfield 40. He's got a first down, out of bounds near sideline at the 41. 11 yards for Brock Bowers on his 4th catch of the day, and they move the sticks.
Great combination that time with the receivers. Brock Bowers makes a simple out cut. The two inside receivers run the defenders off long routes, leaves it open underneath to pick up the first down.
Brock Bowers now 4 catches today, so he's up to 78 on the season. He is 3 shy of second place all time by a rookie tight end by Keith Jackson. The record is 86 last year by Sam Laporta. He's 8 away from that. Remember, this is just the 12th game of the year. Toss play out to the right. McCormick trying to cut inside, and Bolton holding on to him on the right numbers at the 42. It's a 1-yard gain for Sincere McCormick. It looked like there was more, Link, and he just didn't get it cleanly.
Well, DJ Glaze was leading. It's a little bit of what we call a bunch crunch, but he wasn't prepared for Nick Bolton to come shooting in there and knocked him back, and that's who ended up making the tackle.
I like the bunch clunch. Is that what you call it?
That's what we call it, bunch crunch. The receivers come out, they clip the in man and the inside linebacker, the right tackle, and another person pull around the horn and steal the edge.
Let's run bunch clunch left. Second down and 9 on the 42. Two tight ends in the ball game. O'Connell under center. McCormick stays in. They do run a toss play to the left. There's no blockers out there, and McCormick is double teamed at the 41. Williams and Bolton were both on him immediately. McCormick and Bolton come up talking. It'll be 3rd down and 10. So they run the toss play link, and there were no blockers.
Yeah, nobody.
Forget bunch clunch. It was empty clunch.
They even brought in Thayer Munford to have that extra tight end, that beef, but no one got there to the linebacker and the safety. So that's why there was red shirts meeting.
9 tackles for the Chiefs' leading tackler, Nick Bolton. 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders. They averaged 3rd down and about 7 in the first half. This is 3rd and 10. 3 receivers, bunch to the right. Includes Brock Bowers. Chiefs coming with a blitz. They're offsides. O'Connell with the slant. It's incomplete.
They didn't throw.
Marshall, the intended receiver at the 46, but they did throw a flag at the line. This is going to be a free 5 yards.
Offside. Defense number 95. 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, Chris Jones had a big start. Not a great start. It was offsides, but he had a big jump. I was waiting for the side judge to see to throw the flag. It was coming down.
So a 5th penalty on Kansas City. So another opportunity here for the Raiders. 2 of 7 on 3rd down. 3 receivers again, bunched out to the right. O'Connell, here comes the blitz. He settles, he lobs down the far side, looking for Bowers. One-hand grab inside the 30 with a man over his left arm. He brought it in at the 25. There is going to be pass interference, but it's 29 yards to Brock Bowers.
Defense number 22. Penalties decline. Result of the play is 1st down.
Wow, what a grab.
Going up against Trent McDuffie, one of their better corners. Brock Bowers does a good job at creating separation. And, surprised when they call pass interference, because at first I thought Brock Bowers had his arm extended, which you usually call offensive pass interference.
He does, but it's because McDuffie's holding it.
Well, I didn't see that from that angle until I saw the penalty. You're absolutely right.
One arm, right hand, bring it in. So a fresh set of downs on the Chiefs 25. Draw play inside. Abdullah hit from behind. And he squirts forward down to the 22. He picks up about 3. 5:55 to go 3rd quarter. Raiders trying to answer the Chiefs field goal to go up by 10. Bowers was off the field on that 1st down play. Now comes back into the huddle. 5 catches for Jacoby Myers for 86 yards all early in the game. 5 catches for 61 for Brock Bowers, and the only other player who has a catch was a screen out to DJ Turner, who was being evaluated on the far sideline, and now they are taking him back on the cart into the locker room. So you assume that DJ Turner's day is done. 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders. O'Connell looks to the right, throws for Bowers, cannot bring it in at the 17-yard line. Tight coverage. Drew Tranquil was on his back, and I'm not even sure if that ball was put in front of him or behind him, but either way, good coverage.
It was tight coverage, and I thought Tranquil was really handsy. Aiden tries to drill it in there, and I'm with you. As we look at the replay, it's hard to see where that ball came in.
So O'Connell on the day, now 11 of 19 with 17 of the 19 pass attempts to his 2 main targets, Myers and Bowers. Empty set, 3rd down and 7 for the Raiders on the Chiefs 22. Kansas City brings 4. O'Connell has to escape, and he's dragged down from behind for a massive loss. George Karlaftis brings him down at the 36-yard line. That is a loss of 14, and it might have just taken them out of field goal range.
That's what I was just thinking. Aiden O'Connell's got to be more aware of the situation and surroundings. You cannot take a loss. But this is the reason why I said I don't like shotgun formation out of open sets like that. It exposes the tackle and makes it incredibly hard, especially when the quarterback tries to escape. There's really nowhere to go. He's being chased from behind.
Link, they spotted it at the 37. So Carlson, who missed going this way from 57, is going to try from 55. Good snap, good hold, gets a line drive into it. It is heading to the uprights and no good. He had the distance just barely, but he missed it wide left. And so Carlson, who had hit 18 in a row, has missed back-to-back in this stadium, probably a little bit out of your range. and the Chiefs will take over up by 10 with 4:28 to go. We step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be a legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
You don't do anything halfway, and that should include your credit card. The Wonder Card from Credit One Bank is your play hard travel card. For traveling to Raiders games or anywhere else. The Credit One Bank Wonder Card. Serious rewards for serious fans. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Terms apply.
Tim Cates back inside our Silver and Black studios. Raiders football brought to you by Modelo. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Raiders and Chiefs, the only game on this Black Friday. NFL resumes Week 13 on Sunday. Off the field, though, the Chicago Bears, the day after losing to the Lions, have fired their head coach, Matt Eberflus. They announced that Thomas Brown, the interim offensive coordinator, will now be the interim head coach the rest of the season. Let's go back out now to Arrowhead. Jason, Lincoln, guys.
Yeah, that's a storied franchise that has never fired a head coach mid-season. They did that today, following yet another loss. What is that, 6 in a row for the Bears? 7 in a row for the Bears?
Yeah.
Remember, they have the number 1 pick from this year in Caleb Williams, so we'll see who their next coach is next year. Here today, it's a tough sack that Aiden O'Connell took. It really took the Raiders out of Carlson's range. Raiders come with a blitz. Crosby almost got there. Mahomes' throw to Noah Gray comes up just a little bit wide out to the right. It's incomplete, and it'll be second down. You know, and you wanted to see what Aiden O'Connell would do again. First start since Week 7. He's 11 of 19 for 172. And there's been a lot of really good throws, Link, but there's been a lot of throws into tight coverage. He has not been picked off. They have not turned the ball over. But that's a sack that lost 15 yards.
Yeah, you got to be aware of the surroundings of the situation. You have to be more in play to where you can see the entire field and not worry about being chased down from behind, because both the sacks happened there.
2nd and 10. Mahomes quick throw to Kelsey. He bobbles it at the 50, and it's incomplete. He took a step forward on a quick throw right in the logo, but he never got the second foot down or made a football move. And so it is not a fumble. They'll move it back. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Patrick Graham dialed up a blitz. Mahomes was ahead of the curve, knew it was coming. That was his hot route. Uncovered receiver coming off the line of scrimmage is your hot route. He tried to throw it to Kelsey.
Yeah.
Couldn't hold on.
Problem when your uncovered man is Travis Kelsey.
I agree.
He's got 6 catches today for 63 yards. Bunch out to the right on 3rd and 10. Mahomes with the hard count, gets the snap, has a clean pocket, floats it down the far sideline, one-on-one, and it's caught. DeAndre Hopkins falls onto his back at the 25-yard line in front of Richardson. He picks up 30 and a first down.
And there's no way really that you could stop it. It's a back shoulder throw. Patrick Mahomes is great with his accuracy, but he gets his receiver, his star receiver, on the out and up, which he had success showing earlier. Really, there's nothing you could do if you're Richardson.
No, nothing. And he gets both feet down,
Absolutely.
Gets his shoulder pads down, falls to the ground.
That's what makes that man so great at what he does, Hopkins. Such a big find for them.
22 catches coming into this game in his 5 games with Kansas City. He's got 2 big ones today. 3 big catches total for 75 yards. Empty set on first down. Mahomes pumps to the right, throws it to the middle, and it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver again. Robert Spillane was trailing in his hip. It'll be 2nd and 10. With 3:35 to go in the third, Raiders find themselves trailing by double figures again. They have trailed by 10 or more in all 12 games this season. Just the 3rd team in NFL history to do that.
You know, the option route between Mahomes and Kelsey normally works to their advantage because he knows that if he gets man coverage, Kelsey's going to find the right place to go, and he's just a little errant throw, just a little bit outside of Kelsey as he was coming out of his break.
Kelsey, Noah Gray, and Xavier Worthy are all bunched to the right side of the formation. It's a pass play again. Mahomes settles, throws, looking outside. It's low. Worthy has it, but now they say incomplete on the 18-yard line. He threw it low. It was a far out route link from the left hash mark all the way to the right sideline, and Worthy was trying to go low to make the grab, and he could not. It'll be 3rd down and 10 again.
I mean, this is probably the first time I've seen Mahomes struggle with a lot of his throws. I don't know if the cold might be affecting him. He's played here. They might challenge this.
Yeah, well, remember, it was a low throw. Yeah. It looks like Worthy on the big board got his hands underneath, and Andy Reid is holding his challenge flag, trying to make a decision. He hasn't thrown it yet. Now he has.
After replay assistance, we do have a catch on the field at the 17-yard line. 17-yard line.
So he doesn't have to throw. Replay assist came up and made that one. Yep, hands underneath, ball on his left shoulder. Yeah. That's catch. Yeah. Replay assist has moved things faster.
I like that they get it right. That's the only thing I can say. If you have the replay at your disposal, I want to make sure you get it right.
Pacheco in the ball game and lined up as a receiver. Now he races into the backfield to join Mahomes. 3rd down and 3 on the Raiders 17. Here comes a blitz. Mahomes is going to throw. He's hit as he throws. Lobs towards Kelsey, and it's incomplete in the end zone. He was open, but Kelsey went back towards the middle of the end zone. The ball was thrown towards the right side, and they will have to try a field goal again with 3:15 to go in the 3rd.
I said they've got classic chemistry. Mahomes thought that Kelsey was going to continue to run to the right. He turns it back to the left, bows it back. Just a miscommunication between quarterback and Woodley.
Well, here's the other part, Lane. Kelsey's 6'5", 250. Darnay Holmes is 5'10", 190.
That's why he's so
And even if you throw a jump ball, he's going to catch that.
Yeah, no doubt.
But instead, they will try a 35-yard field goal.
The pressure was getting to him, obviously.
So Wright will put it down. They'll put it down on the right hash mark. They head to the end zone to our right. The kick is up. And Matthew Wright today is 3 of 4 with his only miss coming from 59 yards. Chiefs 16, Raiders 3 with 3:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Enter the Raiders pregame masquerade, a high-energy VIP tailgate with a twist. Enjoy Raiders game days with the mystique of a masquerade, the thrill of a carnival, and the rebellious spirit of a pirate adventure. Surprises are in store, stimulating Vegas performers, themed games, in-demand musical acts and DJs, treasure hunts, special menus, and much more. Visit RaidersExperiences.com to book this exclusive game day experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
There's plenty of reasons to go to Vegas. The Strip, the stadium, the football games, high-speed races, the biggest names, neon lights, the biggest fights, bull riding, and endless nights. Custom jerseys, stolen bases, colored wigs, and painted faces. There's something to fan for from dusk till dawn, and the list goes on and on and on and on. We don't know what brings you here, but we do know this. When you go to Vegas, whatever you go for, go all out. Head to visitlasvegas.com to learn more.
Intermountain Health understands that life can be a challenging game, and mental wellness is vital to our overall health. Takes courage to admit when we're not okay, and even more to reach out if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis. Call or text 988 or visit strongestplay.com for mental wellness resources. Chiefs 16, Raiders 3, 3:11 to go here. Matthew Wright, 3 field goals. Really the difference in this ballgame, Link, Chiefs have been able to get field goals from inside the 40, right? He's hit a couple of them inside of 40, and the Raiders have attempted 2 from outside of 55 yards.
Well, a little bit out of desperation, but like I said in the last series, when Aiden O'Connell took that big sack, you got to know where you are. You got to know your situation. You cannot take a sack.
Yeah.
And Scott Turner's got to help his young quarterback in future understand that. Put him in a position to either get rid of the football, we'll take a field goal, or make it 4-down territory. You just get half of it back.
Key plays here in this quarter. Raiders had a 3rd down and 6. It would have been a manageable field goal, about 45 yards, that 15-yard sack you're talking about. And a 4th down and a half yard came up short. They were stuffed. A bouncing kick fielded by Abdullah on the right side at the 5. Cuts inside 20. Hops through 25. Abdullah at the 30. And he's off to the races. Amir Abdullah angling the left 40 into the Chiefs 30 and finally tracked down on the Chiefs 25-yard line. A line drive bouncing kick returned 70 yards by Amir Abdullah.
Oh, the 10-year pro showing what he can do, but he also ran out of steam. After he broke through that hole, you saw a little bit of acceleration, but then you saw the Chiefs players chasing him down from behind. So good job by the 30-year-old.
And remember, he hasn't been returning kicks since the other running backs have been out with injuries because he's been the starting running back.
That's right.
But with DJ Turner being looked at and questionable to return with a knee injury, he was back there with Dylan Laube, and what a big play. They made a lot of plays today, but they've got to score points. That is the game. Do you score more than the opponent? 1st and 10 on the Kansas City 26. Bowers and Mayer both to the left with their hands on the turf. O'Connell hands it off to McCormick, trying the middle, keeping the feet through the pile, and finally brought down by Tranquil at the 23. So 3 yards for Sincere McCormick, who has 7 carries today for 32 yards. Raiders have 84 yards on the ground. They have done a nice job running the football today. Almost 6 yards a carry on the ground.
Well, as I said before, they're looking more and more productive running the football. Communication has been premium, and they're playing better. I tip my hat off to Coach Philbin for doing a better job with this offensive line.
Myers and Tucker split out to the left. Now Brock Bowers, who was on the line, he motions out to the right, and they send Sincere McCormick out of the backfield over there too. 2 on the timer. O'Connell gets the snap. Looking over the middle. He circles. He spins out of the pocket. Eyes downfield. There's a flag. O'Connell's going to take off. Has the 20 near sideline, and he hops out of bounds. He's got the 1st down. Close to the 15, but that looks like it's about to be a hold.
Yeah.
Nice wheels by Aiden O'Connell, but it's not going to count.
Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Colton Miller whistled for the holding call.
Once again, you get a penalty in this area when you're trying to go in. It's just hard. It makes it very difficult.
So instead of a 1st down and 10 on the Chiefs 15, the Raiders will have 2nd down and 17 from the 33-yard line after their 8th penalty of the ball game. So a great kickoff return by Amir Abdullah, but now they're behind the sticks. O'Connell is under center. Abdullah's in the backfield. O'Connell settles in the pocket. He climbs. He floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Proctimus Prime in the end zone. And the Raiders back within a score.
Got the one he wanted off of the play action. Brock Bowers sneaks out and has the corner route. The corner is too late to get there to defend it. You're one-on-one with the safety. He does the rest after he catches the ball and mows into the end zone.
We are on the field where Travis Kelce has made a Hall of Fame career.
True story.
But Brock Bowers is having a whale of what looks like the start of an all-pro season. 6 catches, 94 yards, and his 4th touchdown grab of the year. And the extra point opportunity here for Carlson. It's put down, it's put up, it is put through. And that PAT brought to you by Credit One Bank. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Chiefs 16, Raiders 10. 1:40 to go here in the 3rd. O'Connell has the Raiders back in this game. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders fans, you can be here for live NFL action all season long. As the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets so you never miss a single play. Whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away, find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes. From the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
Raiders fans, you can be here for live NFL action all season long. As the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets so you never miss a single play. Whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away, find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
Raiders Scoring Drive brought to you by Sports Water. Hydrate with a superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Show your Raider Nation pride. Get your Raiders Sports Water today, available at your favorite retailer. Short one, 2 plays, 26 yards, 33-yard touchdown. Aiden O'Connell to Brock Bowers. And it was all set up thanks to a 70-yard kickoff return by Amir Abdullah. That was on a 2nd and 16 that they just scored a touchdown. Carlson line drive kickoff, 3 yards deep, and a knee for Samaje Perine in the C in Chiefs. So 1:40 to go, Link. And again, the Raiders are in this ball game down by just 6. The defense has come up with key stops. The Chiefs, though, until that play, have converted a lot of the crucial moments. The Raiders had not.
The Raiders have taken the crowd completely out of it. Obviously, now that they're on offense, you don't hear them even less. But they have done a good job. They are in this ball game thanks to the effective play of their defense.
An I formation behind Patrick Mahomes. The snap, the handoff, big hole for Kareem Hunt, and it closes pretty quickly. Kept his feet out to the 34, so he picked up 4 yards. Adam Butler was first through. John Jenkins, who was talking to the officials, saying, hey, they're holding me. But and again, the run game today, the Raiders' run defense, yes, they gave up a 34-yard run to Pacheco, and you can't take that away. But the other 10 carries for the Chiefs, Link, have gone for 15 yards.
They've made them work for it. And the Raiders' defensive front, the front seven, has done a good job.
There's been a heavy balance of Mahomes. He's thrown it 33 times. They've run it just 11. And he's going to throw it again. Pressure up the middle. He fakes. He throws. He dumps it short. Hunt makes the catch at the 29, but he's got a man all over him right when he caught it. Max Crosby saw the jump pass to Kareem Hunt, and he made the tackle right there. Amari Burney was playing solid coverage too. They lose 5 yards.
Well, one of the things I noticed that the Raiders brought a blitz. There were a bunch of white jerseys and a bunch of red jerseys just watching them. So Patrick Mahomes did what he could to get rid of the football and not take the hit.
What a big 3 and out this would be. Raiders defense got to get off. This would be huge. 3rd and 11 for Mahomes with 3 receivers out to the right. Kelsey out there too. He's back to throw. He's looking left. He's being chased. He comes back towards the pocket. Gets away from Crosby the first time. He's fallen. He throws, and it's dropped. Hopkins was streaking across the middle, and he was open at the 45, and it just hit his chest. Max Crosby missed him the first time, kept his knees and grabbed his ankles, and he was falling forward when he threw it.
This NASCAR package of the Raiders does a good job at creating pressure on the quarterback, but you still gave him a lot of time. And I'm surprised Hopkins dropped that pass.
Right, that's a perennial All-Pro.
Absolutely.
One of the great receivers of the last decade, and he dropped a wide open one. That was the Chiefs' problem last year, not this year. So Ariza on to boot it away with the left leg. Abdullah waits for it. He's got it at the 20 on the far side of the field, out to the 25, and he hops across the 30, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 31-yard line. What a game for Amir Abdullah. A 52-yard punt with 11 on the return. And 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And man, oh man, does this game feel like it's flipped a little bit.
It has. Their momentum has changed in the Raiders' sense when it looked like the Chiefs were totally in control. After missing a couple of field goals, Chiefs had good field position, were able to go down and get points. But the Raiders' defense has played pretty well today, only limiting them to 3s and 7-7.
They've gone head-to-head.
Yep.
And again, yes, Raiders came in as a very heavy underdog. Raiders came in on a 7-game skid, but in a 1 game, can you play better than the other team? They're going head-to-head, and they are in this ball game. Maybe the final play of the third quarter. O'Connell is under center. McCormick, the lone tailback. It's a handoff up the middle. He bounces it out to the left. McCormick at the 30. Gets the edge 35. Out across the 40 and shoved into the Chiefs bench at the 42-yard line. It's an 11-yard run for Sincere McCormick to end the third quarter. And the Raiders have momentum. We'll head to the fourth. Down in Kansas City by just 6. Chiefs 16. Raiders 10. We head to the final quarter next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
How powerful is Cox Fiber? Powerful enough to stream all my live sports actually live? Yep.
Powerful enough to share my screen more smoothly?
You got it.
Powerful enough to keep my games online and my squad on top?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speed Q2 2016 to Q1 2024.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Come to Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, California's #1 entertainment destination and the place for big wins. Every month, Yamava gives away luxury cars and exclusive prizes. Play at over 7,200 slots, the most in the West, and catch top-tier entertainment acts. Only at Yamava Resort and Casino, your California to Vegas connection. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Taste the authentic flavors of Hawaii with Koloa Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's rich and smooth. With every sip, you'll discover the spirit of aloha. It isn't just rum, it's Koloa Rum. Award-winning, distinctly different, and uniquely Hawaiian. Koloa Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Must be at least 21. Please drink responsibly.
One of the things Antonio Pierce has consistently said during this 7-game losing streak is that at no point have you seen the Raiders quit. They have been fighting and fighting and fighting. And that has been the case here today in Kansas City as we start the fourth quarter. Alongside the Pro Bowler Lincoln Kennedy, Jason Horowitz, happy to have you with us. Raiders trailing the Chiefs 16-10. But Link, they have the ball, will have a 1st and 10 on their own 42. They've got momentum. A 33-yard touchdown pass on a 2nd and 16 to Brock Bowers. A 3-and-out by the defense, and a big solid run by the offense.
No doubt about that. Being right here toe-to-toe with the defending champs is a good job for this team.
1st and 10 for O'Connell, who is under center, and McCormick, the tailback. It is play action. He's trying to settle. He's hit as he throws. Taking a shot. Down the far sideline. Open man at the 20 is Tucker. Into the 10. Dives to the pylon. Touchdown, Raiders! Trey Tucker on a 58-yard streak down the sideline. And the 8 seconds into the fourth, the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead here in Kansas City.
Taking full advantage, Jason, of one-on-one coverage out there with the young Joshua Williams in defense. Loses his footing, an out-and-up move. Touchdown.
The longest pass play of the year for the Raiders. He laid that out there for his speedy receiver beautifully.
No
now,
doubt.
They are confirming this because all scoring plays are reviewed upstairs. They have now confirmed it. And so Carlson on to try an extra point to take the lead 8 seconds into the fourth quarter. Solid snap. The execution is good, and the extra point is good. And that PAT brought to you by Credit One Bank. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com.
Well, exactly what you want. You come out of after a turnover, not a turnover, after a change scene for the offense, and you've got one-on-one outside. You decide to take a shot. Most offensive coordinators like to do it. That's exactly why Aiden O'Connell took it from Scott Turner. One-on-one, take a shot.
So, Link, the Raiders have lost 7 in a row.
Right.
They have not led in the fourth quarter in any of those 7. They were down by double figures again today for the 12th straight game, but just like the 2 they've won, they have come back. And the question is, can they hold it here today on Black Friday and pull a second straight holiday upset here in Kansas City?
Well, it really would be something, but the defense is playing outstanding, keeping this team in it, even when it seemed bleak for the Raiders offense. They are only holding them to threes, allowed this to be in this position after the Raiders do a fault back.
So Carlson on to kick this one off. Samaje Perine and McCole Hardman are back deep for Kansas City. Man, this game has changed in a hurry. The Raiders with 2 touchdowns in a minute 48 of game action. He boots it with his right leg, and he kicks this one towards the right pylon. Perine takes a knee, and it'll come out to the 30. That Raiders scoring drive brought to you by Sports Water. Hydrate with a superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Show your Raider Nation pride. Get your Raiders Sports Water today. Available at your favorite retailer. 2 plays. 2 plays, 69 yards, 13 seconds. Back-to-back 2-play scoring drives for the Raiders.
I think our guy JT the Brick is glowing with the 2 long pass plays. I've been telling you, throw it downfield all season.
Throw it deep.
Got it. There you go, JT.
And the defense get another stop. Mahomes has got a running back each side. Now he sends his tight end, who was a running back, Noah Gray, up towards the line. The snap from Mahomes, back to throw. He's got time. He pumps to the right. Now it collapses, takes off. He's got room. He's going to run. He pumps it to 30. He's hit from behind, and he's brought down at the 35 by Adam Butler. He never gave up on the play, and he tracked down Mahomes, but he picked up 5 yards on the ground.
Oh, that's a great job by the defensive secondary, shutting everything down. Mahomes had all kinds of times, and even as he pushes up in the pocket, you're still able to make plays and force him to keep the ball. Big hit on him as well.
Mahomes is in the shotgun. Excuse me, Mahomes is in the huddle. By the way, the mic, the sound effects, like you're hearing him in the huddle.
Absolutely.
I think the City may want to worry about that a little bit. Empty set, 2nd down. He's looking out to the right. He throws it. It's caught short of the marker, and Xavier Worthy is wrapped up. He does not have the first down. Good tackle, Divine Diablo around the ankles. Great play. As soon as Worthy caught it, it'll be 3rd down and 1.
And Patrick Mahomes got rid of that football quick. He was not holding on the football.
Well, he's been sacked today. He's been hit today. The Raiders, who came into this game with just 20 sacks on the year, today have 3 sacks.
Hey, that means Buffalo Wild Wings, right?
Yes, it is. 3rd down for Kansas City. 3rd down and 1. He's in the gun. He's got Pacheco to his left.
Single high safety.
Moves him out to the left. He's going to throw. Raiders a blitz over the middle. It's caught by Kelsey, and he bounces off of Merrick for a first down to the 44.
Again, the hot receiver.
Yep.
Bringing an all-out blitz. The hot receiver is going to come open in the middle of the field. Merrick has had good coverage in position. There were actually 2 Chief players that were wide open.
Yeah. He got the snap like in one step and throws.
Yeah.
It's that is the definition of your hot route.
Absolutely.
Kelsey in the first quarter had 4 catches for 56 yards. Since then, Link, he only has 3 catches for 12 yards the rest of the game. But he does have 7 today for 68, and he's lined up in a triangle out to the left with 2 receivers. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. He's going to throw again. What else is new? He's done it all day. He pumps. He's pressured. He's hit. He throws, and it's Bouncer at the 50. He had Hardman streaking down the middle. He had Hopkins split out, and he just stopped on the far sideline. And Crosby hit him as he threw it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
He's been taking some shots,
yes, he has.
In the second half. He still gets back up. Keeps things going, but the defense has done a good job at taking away his primary routes and forcing him to look at the rush rather than survey down the field.
Chiefs were up 16-3 with 3:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Raiders got a 70-yard kickoff return by Abdullah. It set up a short field. A 33-yard touchdown pass to Brock Bowers. The defense got a 3-and-out, and then hit a bomb to Trey Tucker. Mahomes rolling out to the left. He settles. He's pointing. He's drilled as he throws. He takes a deep shot, and it's incomplete at the 30-yard line, and there are the flags. All of them. Every single official just threw a flag at the 30-yard line. It's going to be pass interference. DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and the defender, Jack Jones, never turned around for the football.
Pass interference. Defense number 25. Ball is placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Apologize to Jack Jones. That's to Cameron Richardson.
You know, Eli Manning made this famous where he throws the ball up. Doesn't really have an intention of getting it caught, but as a receiver tries to make a play for it, you'll get an automatic first down because it'll be pass interference.
Yeah, and a big penalty too.
Yep.
Now, Patrick Mahomes had the hard count.
Offense number 64. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That is Wanye Morris. So Raiders have been whistled linked for 8 penalties, but that's 91 penalty yards. The Chiefs have now been called for 5, but it's for 30 penalty yards. So 3-1 in terms of yardage on the penalties. And that's a big story in this football game.
No doubt. We've watched enough Chief games to know that they get more favorable calls in this place than they get against
That
them.
is the general consensus among people who complain about Kansas City's dominance.
True story.
After all, they have won 10 games in 10 consecutive years. First and 15, Mahomes floats one down the far sideline. That time it is Jack Jones in coverage, and he had no room for DeAndre Hopkins as the ball carried the receiver out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 15 for the Chiefs at the Raiders 35. It's Las Vegas 17, Kansas City 16, 12:37 to go in the ball game.
Well, Jack Jones that time used the sideline as his ally, but he also saw the ball as he had one hand on Hopkins, riding him out of bounds. There was just nowhere to go with it.
They've completely abandoned the run. The Chiefs, 75% of their plays today have been passes. They're pass heavy, but it's not usually this pass heavy. And they're passing again. Raiders bring 5. Mahomes escapes the pocket, flag down, man in his face, floats it out of bounds, and there's nobody there.
Yeah.
There's not a Chief within 30 yards of where that ball landed at the 20-yard line, but he was out of the pocket and did throw it beyond the line of scrimmage. Again, there is a penalty flag down about 5 yards back in the backfield.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Offense number 74 was in the backfield.
Right tackle in the backfield.
Penalties decline. 3rd down.
And that's the right call, right? Why give him 2nd and 20 when you can have 3rd? Now, the only thing I would add, though, Link, the ball's at the 35, so you're on the edge of field goal range for Matthew Wright, and a field goal puts Kansas City in front. Would you have taken the penalty to make them get 10 yards instead of 5 to try the field goal?
They're moving it back. They did take the penalty.
He did take the penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he changed his mind.
Yeah, and much to your point, I didn't have a problem either way. If you decline it, it's still, you have the 3rd down.
Yeah.
But this giving him 2 chances and knowing how aggressive Andy Reid is, they've got to be big on this play.
That's right. I mean, why give him an opportunity to take a game-leading field goal from 45 yards?
Yep.
So 2nd and 20. He's going to throw. He's pressured. He throws. Open man at the 30. It's caught. So they get all those yards anyway. DeAndre Hopkins ridden to the turf by Jack Jones. And they pick up 15 of those 20.
And that's the thing. You back them up, you give them another play. Now it's a 3rd down and 5. Manageable situation.
Yep. And the Chiefs are the best in the business on 3rd down.
Yep.
On the year, 53%. Today, they're 50%, 6-12. And of course they are. Right? It's Mahomes. It's Andy Reid, the whole thing.
True story.
This is 3rd and 5 from the Raiders' 25. Ball in the right hash. They're heading to the end zone on our left. Bunch to the right. They send a man in motion. That's Watson out to the left. Here comes Mahomes looking to throw. Over the middle. Wide open Worthy at the 20. Streaking down the near sideline 10. And he shoulders into the defender out of bounds near sideline at the 6. Xavier Worthy picks up 19. It's 1st and goal. Kansas City at the 6-yard line.
I'm not a big fan of this blitz because they end up dropping 2 guys and only us rushing 2. You saw Butler and Spillane kind of be a spy. But there's a crossing route by a speedy receiver that comes wide open. That's too easy.
Well, they haven't run the football hardly at all today. And at the moment, they don't look like they're going to either. Kareem Hunt is in the game, but he's lined up like a tight end on the left side of the line. They bring Worthy into the backfield like a running back. Remember, he's got 2 rushing touchdowns. He fakes the pitch. He shuttles it forward. It's Noah Gray driving the legs, but the Raiders were ready for it. As they were driving the pile to the left, the Raiders were pushing back. Good job by Jonah Laulu Link to lead the way along with Jenkins. They got one. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, if you watch enough Chiefs football, you know this play. When they have anybody in tight, it used to be Travis Kelce. They've since spread out the wealth and given it to other players. That one to Noah Gray, but as you mentioned, the defense was ready for it.
Worthy off the field. Travis Kelce back on the field. Mahomes in a pistol with Hunt behind him. 2 tight ends lined up next to each other on the right. Mahomes, play action, fires back of the end zone. Hopkins one-handed grab, but he didn't feed his feet in bounds. Holy cow! That was awesome by DeAndre Hopkins. He tried to tiptoe the feet, and as he was spinning around, he grabbed it with the back hand. It was his right hand, but his feet were out of bounds when they came down.
Yeah, he was open coming off the line of scrimmage because Jack Jones had coverage. He had to release him. Man was running to the flat.
So instead, it's 3rd and goal. He's got Perine in the backfield. Travis Kelce split out wide left. Noah Gray's on the left side, too. Mahomes trying to head to the end zone. He's pressured. He's hit by 1, by 2, and it's a Raiders sack. K'Lavon Chaisson, the first one to get him. He got out of it, and then Max Crosby got the sack, and they drop him for a 10-yard loss.
Boy, that was a beautiful speed rush by Chaisson. He just ran right around the left tackle. Nice little arm over move. Beautiful.
I think he got out of the sack by Chaisson, but if they give him half, he's going to have 2 sacks today, but he's really been part of 3.
Yes.
Because he's got a half, and we'll see what this is. But for now, it's a 32-yard field goal attempt for Wright. Trying to put the Chiefs in front. It is up, and it is good. And Kansas City is back in front with 9:53 to go, but it's only by 2. Raiders defense holds again. They have held the Chiefs to 4 field goals. Can they retake the lead? We'll find out on the other side. Chiefs 19, Raiders 17. You're listening to Raiders football.
Every NFL game is on SiriusXM. Sunday at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers battle the Carolina Panthers. Catch the Bucs broadcast on Sirius 139 XM 381 or the Panthers on Sirius 85 XM 225. Then at 4:25 p.m. Eastern, the Eagles take on the Ravens. Listen to the Eagles call on Sirius 106 XM 380 or the Ravens on Sirius 162 XM 227 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
College basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on SiriusXM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams in every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on SiriusXM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
Give back this holiday season and join the fight against hunger with SiriusXM and Why Hunger's annual donation drive. Bid on items signed by Dave Matthews Band, LL Cool J, Pearl Jam, and many more. Meet country superstar Carrie Underwood at her Reflection residency at Resorts World Las Vegas. Or simply donate. Go to Sirius.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness. After all, there's only one Marcus Allen, only one Howie Long, and one Cliff Branch. There's only one Lombardi Trophy, only one case of Super Bowl rings, and only one Hall of Fame gallery that houses the bronze bust of each Hall of Famer. And they all live in one place, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where one look at greatness lives forever. Ignite the passion, relive the glory. Book your visit now at profootballhof.com.
11 plays, 56 yards, 4:59 off the clock. Matthew Wright, a 32-yard field goal for the Chiefs to go back in front, 19-17. 9:53 to go in the ball game, and the Raiders now today have 4 sacks on Patrick Mahomes. They had 1 back in Week 8. Wright's kickoff is short of the end zone, and Dylan Laube this time coming out right up the middle of the field at the 20. Gets a block 30, and he's brought down at the 31 with a flag thrown from behind. Leo Chenal made the tackle, but that usually where that flag is thrown from, it'll be a holding during the return.
No doubt. Back you up.
We'll get this call from Clay Martin, Link, but while we wait for that, I mean, Kayvon Chason was a first-round pick of the Jaguars back in 2020. That talent never really played itself out. He never had more than 2 sacks in a season. He was cut this year. He was picked up by the Raiders right at when Malcolm Kuntz was put on IR. And today he has 2.5 sacks alone.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 88. 10-yard penalty. First down.
All right, so that's on Justin Shorter. So the 9th penalty on the Raiders is a big one. So they will be backed up. I believe they will spot this inside the 15. Nope, inside the 10.
And now Chris Jones is trying to get the crowd into it. They're starting to wake up a little bit. And we get behind their team. See what this offense is able to do to open up the series.
Well, the Raiders have had back-to-back 2-play drives. Touchdown pass to Brock Bowers. Touchdown pass to Trey Tucker. Officially, they spotted it after the penalty on the 13-yard line. O'Connell is under center with a 1st and 10. They work left to right. It's a handoff. Left side, Abdullah cuts through the hole across the 20, and he's brought down by Jones at the 21-yard line. A solid pickup on first down. Raiders have 8, and Link, they are over 100 yards rushing today against the 3rd-best rush defense in the NFL.
Jason, when we have the privilege of looking at the replays, you see a hat on the hat inside the box and line of scrimmage. That time was a nice opening run. This is what you're supposed to do on offense. When you have a too-high safety look, you run the football. When you have a single high, you want to throw it.
McCormick, 9 carries for 52 yards. Abdullah, 10 carries for 39 yards. Powers motions over to the right. It's 2nd down and 1. The ball on the left hash. They do run it again. McCormick, a big hole over the edge, 25, and he's suplexed by Chenal, who picks him up and stands him right there. But the run over the left side, there was a lot of space. He picked up 6 and a first down.
They did a good job at taking out the perimeter player and cutting the defense in half.
Jordan Meredith leading the way.
That's right.
The left guard, the undrafted free agent out of Western Kentucky, 1 start last year. It was in the 63-point game against the Chargers. He is starting now for a 6th straight game, 3rd straight at left guard, and he has played well. An I formation, Kenai Mauga in as the fullback. 1st and 10 on the 27. It is play action for O'Connell, trying to set up the screen off his back foot out to McCormick, and he's gobbled up. Justin Reed at the 25-yard line. He was waiting for him, and it's a loss of 2.
Too much penetration at the onset of this play. They're trying to use play action, want to have things open up. But right away, Aiden O'Connell has a man in his face, has to get rid of the ball. Mike Punnell, the defensive tackle, broke through the line of scrimmage. That's why that play really didn't matter for much.
Well, and the other problem, too, Link, with Kenai Mauga is your fullback. Right? We've seen this now back-to-back weeks. He's a linebacker, right? Yeah. So what type of receiving threat to go the other way? You know, all those things that if you have a tight end or an actual fullback, you maybe have that option. We'll see. 2nd and 12, 7:45 to go. Down 19-17. 3 receivers all to the right. O'Connell looking to throw. He's got time. Now pocket collapses. He's out to the right. He fires near sideline. It's caught. And inbounds on the 28-yard line. It was caught by Bowers right in front of Tranquil. It's only 3 yards, but they get a little bit. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
A little bit more of a manageable situation.
He did drag the feet, by the way.
Did he?
Yeah. Again, our monitor in the booth is shaky. It looks like one of those antennas from E.T. kind of coming in and out.
It's a true story. Freezing.
And we are up, like, if you come to Arrowhead, it's one of the highest booths in the league.
No doubt.
Link and I are high-fiving God up here. But we're seeing the whole thing in a beautiful game. It's Black Friday. We're enjoying every moment of it. 4 on the timer. 3rd and 9 for O'Connell. Late motion. Gets the snap. Here come the Chiefs with a blitz. Off his back foot. He had to get rid of it, and it's incomplete. He tried to find Terrace Marshall streaking across the middle. He had Reed right on his back. It wasn't going to be a first down, and the Raiders will have to punt with 6:58 to go.
Yeah, what the Chiefs have done in this last drive, especially, Jason, they've played ultra-aggressive with the Raiders receivers, matching them at the line of scrimmage to allow their rush to get in there. Just nowhere for Aiden to go with the football.
Now the Chiefs' defense, not a 3 and out, but the Raiders are pinned back. And A.J. Cole, who had a great opening punt that was taken away on a penalty, has only had 2 kicks, and they haven't been his best. He angles a line drive, trying to get it away from Hardman, but it's a line drive that he catches on the 18 with some space. Starts towards the left, now back towards the middle, and Kenai Mauga down in special teams to swing him around down at the 25-yard line. So a 54-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Chiefs will take over. 6:46 to go. Raiders have to get a stop. They're down 19-17 in Kansas City. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Phoenix Mesa, Arizona. One way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 12/7/2024 for travel between 12/21/2024 and 4/5/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Let's go, Raider Nation. You heard them. Time to hit the nearest drink station for a cocktail with Absolute Vodka. I'm talking smooth Moscow Mules, bold Bloody Marys, and Vodka-ritas to match your victory dances. Absolute Vodka, mixing it up with Raider Nation.
Enjoy responsibly. Absolute Vodka, 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by Absolute Spirits Company, New York, New York.
Tim Cates inside the Silver and Black Studios. Raiders football brought to you by Shift 4 Payments. Experience the future of payments with Shift 4, the official payments partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to learn more. NFL news off the field. The Chicago Bears have fired head coach Matt Eberflus after a loss yesterday to the Lions. The Bears 4-8 on the season. They've lost 6 in a row. Thomas Brown, the interim offensive coordinator, now is the interim head coach. College football, top 25 action. Number 14, Ole Miss leads Mississippi State 17-14. Colorado and Boise State already winners earlier today. Back out of Jason Lincoln, guys.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. Here it's 19-17. Chiefs on top with 6:46 to go. The Raiders and Chiefs playing a Friday game for the third time ever in this rivalry. The other two back in 1960 and then 1963. And the Raiders are playing them tough. He came in today as a massive underdog. They took the lead 8 seconds into the fourth quarter. The Raiders' first fourth quarter lead since week 4. Now they need a stop. A handoff to Kareem Hunt trying the right side. There's nothing there. He scoots for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. And again, Isaiah Pacheco was a 34-yard run. But the other 11 carries by the running backs have gone for 18 yards. Raiders' run defense today has been outstanding.
Well, you know, Kareem Hunt a long time ago was the man for the Chiefs in the backfield, so he got some off-the-field issues. But he has made a great resurgence of his career, and the Chiefs have believed in him. He's a powerful runner.
He stays in the backfield to the right of Mahomes in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Noah Gray angles towards the line. He's back to throw. He pumps. Mahomes off his back foot, dumps it short, and Kelsey let it go. It was at his feet at the 28-yard line. Darnay Holmes was coming in. And so just like that, back-to-back plays, short and an incompletion. And it's 3rd down and 8 coming up for Kansas City.
Well, good pressure by the Raiders' defensive front. Only rushed 4, but the pocket collapsed around Mahomes. As he panicked, he just threw it at Kelsey, trying to get the ball out of his hands.
And by the way, Joe Tooney has moved over from left guard. Their Pro Bowl left guard is playing left tackle. They've shifted their offensive line around because they couldn't block that side. On 3rd down and 8, Raiders show a blitz. Here they come. Mahomes out of the backfield to Pirine at the 25, makes one man miss, bounces off of one, and then Spillane cleans it up. He's out to the 31. He's 4 yards shy of the marker, and the Chiefs on a 3-and-out are going to have to punt it away.
Well, this is why this rivalry game goes so deep, because no matter the situation, you're going to have two teams that are going to battle it out, and the Raiders have come to play today. Very impressive.
Patrick Mahomes is over 300 yards passing for just the 2nd time this year. He did it against the Saints back in week 5. But, I mean, he has worked. He has been hit. He hasn't felt comfortable. And in the second half, a couple of big passes, but they have not looked in rhythm the entire game. Ariza punts it away. Abdullah waiting for it at the 15. He's angling to his right, over his right shoulder, makes the catch, and here he comes with a return up the middle, 25-30, and Abdullah out to the 33. He's got a 70-yard kick return. He's got an 18-yard punt return. And the Raiders with pretty decent field position with 5:15 to go. And an opportunity on the road late in the game to take a lead over the team in the AFC with the best record.
As an offensive lineman, this has always been my dream, to be able to have close to having the ball last in this game, to try to put your team up on top and take the lead back. But remember, the Chiefs are awfully dangerous, so even if the Raiders are able to get a field goal out of this drive, it still leaves plenty of time with a very capable offense and full load of timeouts.
Now, Daniel Carlson today is one of three. He made a field goal earlier. He's been set up for two very long kicks, right? 57, and 55, he missed, right? And 55, both heading the link to the left end zone.
Yeah.
The Raiders are heading to the right end zone, where the wind was swirling with the kicker that way earlier, but now it's kind of died down. Wind is almost gone. But they got to get about 40 yards for that to even be a conversation. Raiders on their own 32, 5:15, all three timeouts, down by 2. McCormick in the backfield and a shotgun for Aiden O'Connell. He moves Terrace Marshall over to the right. It's a handoff to McCormick. Shows some patience through the hole, 35, and he falls forward, tripped up, out to the 40. Man, oh man, has he been good. Sincere McCormick, just his second ever game, has 11 carries for 65 yards.
Man blocking by the guys up front. Mayer comes in, seals the end man on the line of scrimmage, but it's a nice little cutback lane for McCormick. Nice gain off the first down. I like that production.
Seen that a lot today. There have not been very many, if any, negative runs. Terrace Marshall slot to the left with Trey Tucker over his left side. Jacoby Myers, no catches in the second half after 5 for 86 in the first. O'Connell brings Tucker into the backfield. Now he motions back out to the left. O'Connell fires, caught, near side, 35, head of steam, lowers the shoulder. McCormick spins forward, and he's got a first down. At the 43-yard line, Trent McDuffie out there to make the stop, but not before McCormick picks up 4 and a first down.
Good open field running. Nice little, not really a check down. It's more of an angle route where you get the ball to the back right away so you get the first down. Smart decision by Aiden O'Connell. Don't try to mess around with the football. Get the first down. Keep the clock moving.
And do not have to be in a hurry.
Absolutely.
You have to score. Right. But if you do, in a perfect scenario, leave Mahomes no time. Bowers was split out wide right. Now he's slot to the left.
It's a blitz.
Here they come. O'Connell's looking that way, throws that way. He's got Bowers at the 45 and a good tackle. Ryan Cook along the far sideline at the 47-yard line. Picked up 5. Bowers now today 8 catches for 102 yards. He is over 100 yards for the third time this season. And, of course, he had that touchdown late in the third quarter, a 33-yarder on a 2nd and 16. Aiden O'Connell today, 17 of 26, 271 and 2 scores. And the Raiders have not turned the ball over. Ball on the left hash, 2nd and 5. He's play action, good protection. O'Connell dumps it. He's got a man open, far side 50. Bowers with a stiff arm 40, and he's shoved out of bounds. Nick Bolton, the last man in coverage, but it's a pickup of 13 to Brock Bowers. It's 1st and 10 Raiders on the Kansas City side of the field.
They had max protection, and after Brock did a block, he slipped out to the flat. He became the check down receiver for Aiden O'Connell. Noticing the blitz that was coming in, Aiden felt the pocket collapsing around him, gets it out to Bowers, gets a first down.
Not quite on the edge of field goal range just yet with 3:05 to go. Clock stopped. Both teams 3 timeouts. McCormick in as the tailback, 2 tight ends, 1 on each side. Run play to the left, trying to stretch it out. McCormick trying to bring it back in, can't. Nick Bolton was there again, no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Nick Bolton has played a great game today, Link, for the Chiefs. He has been all over the field. He's got 10 tackles again. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. But you'll take this, right? I mean, obviously you want all the yards, you want to play, but you do not want Kansas City and Mahomes to have any time left.
Well, then you know they got 3 timeouts. You still got the 2-minute warning. So obviously you want to score, you want to get in. This side of the field, it's been a little bit of tight for the Raiders offensively. They got to make good decisions and still keep the ball moving.
Shotgun. Bowers motions right. There's 3 receivers out there. Everyone's standing here on 2nd down. Quick throw. Batted down at the line. George Karlaftis read it perfectly. He tried to throw it down the line on the right side for Bowers. O'Connell got the snap and threw it quickly, and it's 3rd and 10. And now you're in a tricky spot here, Link.
Yeah.
Because Carlson has missed 2 from 55 plus. you're too far here. This would be a 58-yarder. So A, you got to get yards, but B, you might need to get the first down instead of just the yards.
Well, that is something I do believe this is in two-down territory. You can get it back, you get it comfortable, but I still want a chance of 50-plus field goal in this win.
Chiefs come with a blitz. They throw 6. O'Connell over the middle, batted down. He was looking for Jacoby Myers on a slant. Justin Reed got his hands up, and with 2:21 to go, here's the question. You've got Carlson, it would be 58. You have 3 timeouts in the 2-minute warning. You can punt it, and that's what they look like they're going to do.
Yeah, they have to. They can't go for another field goal.
Well, you can't kick from 58, so you're going 4th and 10, or you're punting, and this is a tough call, and Antonio Pierce is going to try and punt this.
And the Chiefs are playing punt safe, so
they know
left their defense
the fake
out
was there, right?
Yep. The possibility.
If they got 5 yards to kick the field goal, they don't, and now Antonio Pierce takes the timeout.
They can think about it.
Well, that's not great either.
Las Vegas, they're first.
So it's one of those situations. Look, obviously you want to be sure, and if you change your mind and you go for it, that's a different story. And you're like, hey, we don't want to punt it. But Link, you're in no man's land, right? It's 4th and 10. You have to get 10 yards for a first down if you go for it. If you can't kick the field goal, and now you only have 2 timeouts, and now they're not going to. Well, now they are. You're right. They are going to kick it.
Field goal.
Forget what we just said. You can't kick the field goal. So, Antonio Pierce must have talked to Daniel Carlson like, Coach, I need it. He has missed from 55. He has missed from 57. And this 58-yard field goal attempt to take the lead, presented by Smith's, fresh for everyone. It would be a career long for Carlson, one of the best kickers in the league. The operation is clean. The kick is a line drive. It might have been tipped, and it has no chance. It came up about 7 yards shy. A line drive kick that looked like it was tipped at the line. And the Chiefs will take over on the 48-yard line with 2:17 to go.
Jason's been my experience that when kickers have to kick from this distance, they really have to drive the football. So you're not necessarily trying to get under it. You're trying to drive it deep. That lowers the trajectory.
Yeah.
And you're right, it might have been tapped. I'm trying to see a replay. It's just low.
Like, I know Carlson's one of the best in the league, and he's one of the most accurate and all that stuff. But in this stadium, outdoors, it's almost a higher percentage to go for it on 4th and 10.
I kind of thought they would. I would have gone for it, been aggressive. What do you have to lose?
Well, and that'll be the conversation by Raider Nation. Yeah. But maybe the Raiders defense get the ball back one more time. A diamond, a handoff, Pacheco right side as a whole into the 50. Spillane makes the tackle at the 47. So 5 yards for Pacheco. Antonio Pierce will not call his second timeout yet. Nope, I take that back. He did call his second timeout. Yeah, but 2:07 to go. Yes, he did. With 2nd down and 5 coming up. Obviously, you would have loved to make it 2nd and 8. But Pacheco picked up about 5. And you hear some of the noise from the crowd. The rest for a face mask.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
please set the game clock to 2:13.
Yeah,
2:13,
yeah.
please.
So he did call the timeout right away. They just didn't stop it. So 2:13, 1 timeout left, 2-minute warning left. Which means this comes down to 2 plays. Right? If the Chiefs pick up a first down, might be able to get the ball back with 15, 20 seconds left. So the Raiders need to have a stop here with 2:13 to go, 1 timeout, and the 2-minute warning.
See if they try to do something like a pop pass to Kelsey in the middle, thinking the Raiders are looking for a run. I got to find number 87.
Kelsey is lined up on the right side of the field. Extra offensive lineman in the ball game too. Noah Gray angles, motions. They run it through the left side. Pacheco, 45, carrying a defender, does not have the first down. Antonio Pierce's final timeout with 2:09 to go, and a 3rd and 2 coming up from the Raiders' 44-yard line. So, this can come down to 1 play. Raiders get a stop. They give Aiden O'Connell 1 more chance. And they don't. This ball game's going to be over. Later in the broadcast, we'll announce the player of the game. Brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. And so many close plays, and one of the big ones that stands out, the Raiders were staring at what would have been a 41-yard field goal. It was 3rd down, and I think 6 or 7. Aiden O'Connell took a 15-yard sack, and then Carlson missed from 55. Again, his numbers today aren't going to look good, 1 of 4, but the misses have been 57, 55, and 58.
Yeah. And even this year being the year of the kicker in some sense, you see a lot of long field goals being made. Yep. As you mentioned, it's hard in this place, especially with the intangibles, outside elements, and everything else.
So, fullback on the field. Kareem Hunt behind him as an eye. Extra offensive lineman and a tight end. It is 3rd and 2. Kelsey was the fullback. They motion him out to the right. Mahomes, it's going to be a pass to throw, hit, drill, down the field, Worthy, and he missed him at the 10. He had gotten beyond the defense, and he was open, but Mahomes was drilled by Diablo as he threw it, and the Chiefs with a 4th down and 2 with 2:03 to go.
You don't normally see this out of Patrick Mahomes in this offense where they've had this difficulty of completing passes. As you mentioned, Worthy was wide open running down the middle of the field, and Mahomes could connect with him.
Their speedster had beaten the Raiders' speedster to Cameron Richardson, but yeah, I mean, he just couldn't step into it.
Exactly.
And so here you go. They are going to punt it away. The ball on the Raiders' 44. Las Vegas out of timeouts. But as long as there's no penalty and no fake, the Raiders are going to get the ball back, and Andy Reid takes the timeout.
Timeout. Kansas City.
And you wonder, you wonder if Patrick Mahomes is talking to him, be like, "Hey, we got to go for this." I realize you're giving the Raiders good field position.
That's exactly
you
what
miss
they're
it,
doing.
but you also know you're Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but that's what they're doing. Patrick Mahomes put his helmet on. He's going to go out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. I was surprised when Andy Reid sent out the punt team, knowing how aggressive he is and how much confidence he has in his offense.
Well, Mahomes is still on the sideline. Wait. Now Andy Reid motion. He's like, let's go, offense. He's talking to Mahomes is talking to Andy Reid, the right midfield. Well, no, they aren't. They did not send the offense back out onto the field.
Oh, wow.
So they are going to punt it away. Abdullah standing on the Raiders' 8-yard line for the punt from Matt Ariza. His 5th punt of the day. The Raiders cannot jump off sides. They don't. Ariza, the left leg into it. It is a high spiral, end over end. Abdullah waves for it, and he makes a basket catch at the 8-yard line with a fair catch, which brings us to the 2-minute warning. Raiders have the ball. They are out of timeouts. They are down 2. Chiefs 19, Raiders 17. It's been a classic here on a holiday. Coming back on the other side to try and pull an upset. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
There's plenty of reasons to go to Vegas. The Strip, the stadium, the football games, high-speed races, the biggest names, neon lights, the biggest fights, bull riding, and endless nights. Custom jerseys, stolen bases, colored wigs, and painted faces. There's something to fan for from dusk till dawn, and the list goes on and on and on and on. We don't know what brings you here, but we do know this. When you go to Vegas, whatever you go for, go all out. Head to visitlasvegas.com to learn more.
Hey, Silver and Black, get ready and gear up for game day just like your Las Vegas Raiders. Because no matter your game plan, Ford has the SUV to match. Call any play with the ability to choose between 3 different powertrain options, like the do-it-all gas-powered Bronco and Explorer, or the innovative all-electric Mustang Mach-E, and switch it up with a dual-threat Escape Hybrid. Ford SUVs, the only SUVs tough enough for Raider Nation. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
42, you need about 60 yards. Raiders need about 60 yards. 156 out of timeouts. Chiefs 19, Raiders 17. Jason Horwitz, Lincoln Kennedy, and what started off about 75,000 of our least close fans. And there have been a lot of people that have left here.
Yes.
Talk about a spoiled fan base.
Spoiled, exactly. That's
what happens when you win back-to-back Super Bowls?
That's a true story.
It's been a great game.
Against your hated rival when you leave early.
Aiden O'Connell, yes, he won last year here on Christmas, but he had a rough day. Did not complete a pass after the first quarter. It has been a different story. He has been great. Can he orchestrate a game-winning drive? 3 out to the right, including Mayer and Bowers. Raiders start on their own 8-yard line. There's the shotgun. He's in his end zone. O'Connell looking right, pumps, throws. It's caught at the 11, but the man's on the ground when he catches it. And incomplete to Michael Mayer, who didn't catch it, and there's a flag down at the line. I think this is offsides on Kansas City.
Offside. Defense number 95.
Great.
5-yard penalty. It's 1st and 5.
That's 2 offsides on Chris Jones, who also has 2 sacks today, both in the first half.
Yeah, he's trying to jump the snap count. He's listening to Aiden and watching JPJ's hand as he tightens the ball. That's when he's preparing to snap it, and that's when he's trying to get his get off.
O'Connell is 18 of 29 for 285 and 2 touchdowns, both here in the second half. Both big plays. 1 to Bowers, 1 to Tucker. 1st and 5 for the Raiders. Only 5 seconds came off the clock. Yep. 2 receivers out to the right. There's the snap. O'Connell settles, dumps it short. It's caught at the 16. Abdullah spins out of a tackle, out across the 20, and he's brought down there. Justin Reed made the hit. It's a first down for the Raiders at the 21-yard line. They picked up 7. They'll spot it back at the 20. Clock moves. 1:35 to go. Again, they only need a field goal. Carlson, though, today is 1 of 4. Gets the snap. O'Connell looks right, throws right, caught at the 25. It's short. It's a 5-yard pickup. Nick Bolton on the tackle. Michael Mayer on the catch. And they got to go fast. They got to get more than 5 yards on these plays.
No doubt, but there was a blitz coming, so Aiden took it. That's his check down, his hot route.
And 15 to go. Out of timeouts. Looking left. O'Connell fires down the middle. Caught at the 40. Out to the 45. And a first down at midfield. Brock Bowers yet again. His 10th catch of the game. Shamari Connor made the stop. We're inside of a minute. 25 yards for Bowers. Shotgun to O'Connell. Looking, fires, slant, caught inside the 40. First down, Jacoby Myers. His first catch of the second half, and the Raiders at the Chiefs 40 with 42 seconds. You do not have to hurry. There's still time.
Right. That's exactly what I was about to say, Jason. Get him lined up right, AOC.
35 seconds. Here the Chiefs come with a blitz. Oh, he's hit. He dumps it out of the backfield. Abdullah keeps his feet 35, and he's down at the 32. With 25 seconds, he did not get out of bounds. They are in field goal range. Do you spike it here? The Raiders are lining up with 18, 17, 16. O'Connell spikes it with 15 seconds to go, and a 3rd and 2 coming up on the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
You've got time for one more play to try to take a quick shot, maybe to get it a little bit closer, get out of bounds quick. But what Spags is going to play, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, he's going to play what we call a wide zone. He's going to tell his corners to stay outside in. Give up the inside. You won't give them the outside because we don't want the sideline pass.
Late Brock Bowers had 3 catches for 21 yards at the half. He is up to 10 for a career-high 140. This has got to be either on the sideline or a quick throw. They snapped it. O'Connell wasn't ready. The ball's on the turf, and the Chiefs have the football.
There's a flag down.
Please be a false start. Otherwise, this game is over. With 11 seconds to go, they snapped it, and their flags. If it's a false start, the play doesn't count. If it doesn't, the Chiefs have a takeaway. And Clay Martin is talking to his officials. You and I have not seen a replay, but oh my goodness, is this just crucial.
No doubt.
They are still huddling. Andy Reid's got his arms spread out wide, saying, wait a minute, what happened? What happened? And there are 1, 2, 3. There are 5 officials talking at the 37-yard line. They are huddled.
And the flags are both at the line of scrimmage, so I'm wondering, it's got to be either a legal procedure or offsides.
Well, 2 officials came in rolling their arms like it was a false start. I thought I heard whistles before the play was over. By the way, if it is a false start, clock goes back to 15 seconds, and it'll be 3rd and 7. If it's not a false start, the Chiefs have their first takeaway of the game, and what an awful time for it to happen. And I think it's their ball.
Yep. Chris Jones is celebrating already.
Illegal shift on the offense. The penalties decline. The Chiefs did recover the backwards pass and take over first down.
That is a heartbreaker.
In a season full of gut punch losses, this is the most heartbreaking.
Oh, my goodness. This team all day has fought its butt off to stay in this position. But as you mentioned, the miscommunication.
And the worst part about that, Link, the clock wasn't running. They had spiked the ball, so they had time to talk about it. Like the Raiders had worked from their 8-yard line to get in field goal range. They were on the Chiefs' 32-yard line, and Daniel Carlson, despite his bad day, 1 of 4, was going to have a chance to forget about all of it and send the Raiders back to Vegas with a win.
Well,
and now the officials are on the far side of the field talking to Antonio Pierce, because I thought the initial call was a false start. And we haven't seen like a full replay, Link. I mean, it might have been a false start.
Well, what surprises me is that normally Dylan Parham turns around, looks at the quarterback when he lifts his leg, the silent count. Didn't see that on that play. Of course, you're talking about the spike. They weren't in a hurry, but there was no communication, and Aiden O'Connell was not ready for the football. It's so disheartening, so disappointing.
There will certainly be fodder for those who believe the Chiefs get all the calls.
No doubt.
Mahomes drops to his left knee, and that will do it.
Wow. So disheartening. This team fought its tail off, played inspired football, in my opinion, and had a chance at the end, and just a miscue like that ends their hopes and opportunity.
Well, on Black Friday, the Raiders with a dark loss here in Kansas City. They fall to the Chiefs 19-17 in a game, Link, where they were about to have their first game of the year without a turnover. They had not had a single game all year without a turnover.
And that's why I say it's so disheartening. This team fought, came in double-digit underdog, fought its butt off, took the defending champs to the wire. Constant miscue.
And I'll tell you what, here's the other part. Aiden O'Connell outplayed Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
For whatever that is worth, and you decide what that's worth in a 19-17 loss here on the road. Aiden O'Connell's first game back since a broken thumb week 7. He throws a massive career high. His first career game, Link, over 300 yards. Aiden O'Connell tops 340 on the road against one of the best defenses in the NFL. 23 of 35, 340, 2 touchdowns on a cold day here in Arrowhead. 10 for 140 for Bowers' career high, 6 for 97 for Myers. After a big first half, the Raiders ran the ball for 116 yards. They topped 400 yards of offense for the first time all year. And it's a botched snap when the quarterback wasn't ready and the offensive line wasn't ready that hits his right shoulder pad, rolls around, and the Chiefs get a takeaway for a win.
I'd be interested to know what happened as far as the communication, what JPJ was playing center, what he was doing, because he came up, he snapped the ball like he heard either a cadence or something else. Aiden O'Connell wasn't even looking. He was getting everybody lined up. Ball bounces off his chest, Chiefs recover the fumble, game over.
Yep.
Man, that's disappointing. That is a frustrating one. That's one that I'm crying for those guys right now.
And who knows, right? Daniel Carlson, his misses, 55, 57, 58. If they didn't gain a yard, would have had 9 or 10 seconds to try a 50-yarder to win it. And in his career, he has been one of the best in the NFL from 50-plus. Again, today, different story. Who knows whether it would have gone in or not. But he would have had a chance. And by the way, it was 3rd and 2. They might have picked up the first down because Aiden O'Connell marched them down the field for a chance for a road upset as a massive underdog against what was the 10-1 Chiefs. But instead, the Raiders fall to 2-10, their 8th straight loss. And the Chiefs improve to 11-1, Link, and they win their 6th game this year by, I believe, 4 or less. It's just...
Whew. I played on a lot of good teams before, and resiliency that they've shown, being able to overcome, being down at times, just shows one of the reasons why they're the champions. But the Raiders played hard today.
Positives. Outgained the Chiefs 434 to 329. That's a massive positive. They held the Chiefs today in terms of rushing yards, linked to 63 yards.
Right.
1 carry went for 34. The other 15 carries for the Chiefs for 29 yards. That is less than 2 a carry. The Raiders, nearly 5 yards a carry, 25 for 116. And we saw 12 for Sincere McCormick for 64 yards. That undrafted free agent who's now played back-to-back games really well